You're high.
You sound high.
I'm not high. I'm just tired.
Have
Yeah, I haven't had a good night's sleep in a while, man. See, that's the thing. Is that
you tried sleeping?
I have tried sleeping. You know how well it works. That's the problem. Is it's not like okay. So here's the thing. It's not like this is like gonna kill me or anything. It's not like I was. It's not like I'm sick to the point where, where I was, months or was it a year ago now? No. We're not there. We're at like, oh, I've got like a head cold. The problem is that I can't breathe.
Why are you getting sick in the first place?
Well, I felt like I just, something was missing in life, And so I said, what if I lick all the doorknobs?
You should try to be like me and like never get sick.
Well, I used to not get sick. It's really funny. I actually used to not get sick, but then one day, I had this really cool idea, and it was, hey, I should start streaming video games and just kind of like chilling out online and just, what if I tried to bring back like the olden days just in my own mind with a small community of people? What if I do that? What if I can do that? And so I did, and for some reason, God punished me for this.
Oh, you committed transgression against nature.
And so I realized that I'm too far in. I can't undo what I've started. So I refuse to stop because I enjoy it too much. But at the same time, like at least now, once or twice a year, I get horrendously sick or just sick, and it's terrible.
Heresy.
Yeah, heresy, exactly. So I guess Austin is also his depression won. So I guess it's just you and me tonight.
Is that really why he's just been like not showing up?
I have no idea. I don't know. I just chose depression as an excuse. I thought it was funny.
Depression quest. You're Zoe Quinn, aren't you?
I hope he's actually not depressed. That would make me feel very bad. I would genuinely feel bad, and I would be like, "Hey, dude, if you want to talk about something, we can, okay?" It's like don't be a stranger to that point. Now I'm scared. Now, okay, I made it as a joke, and now I'm scared.
Go inside your own head.
No, I feel bad now. Damn
Your
it.
first mistake was thinking.
Well, I can't do that very well right now. Okay?
Right now?
Yeah.
No, I'm kind of the mind you don't do it a whole lot, period.
No, I think whatever I want to. Oh, that's right. I have to turn you off now because of, you are muted. I don't understand. I'm very confused. Why are you doubled up in audio?
Not anymore, right? You go and unmute it.
Okay.
Apparently, like, the icon showing is the status that you switch to as opposed to the status that it's at.
Okay.
So I was showing a slash through it in game, and I switched it over, and now you're muted.
Is it weird that a part of me like goes, "Oh, no, that makes sense." Like,
Well, I mean, it actually shows the current status next to your name, and then the switch you click on is what it toggles to.
are you in or what?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm in.
okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
I just making sure.
Oh my god, it's a wild Austin.
What? Oh my
It's a
god,
wild
it's here.
Austin.
I was
Megaball will catch you, or it may disappear forever.
I was giving up. I had given up hope.
Dude, he just wrote you off, man.
I did. I just straight up said he's not coming. He's dead.
Actually, I was on the couch and I was like halfway to falling asleep, so.
Don't do that.
Like, you were very lucky that I just happened to, like, grab my phone, look at it, and be like, oh, what time is it?
It's
And I
game time,
noticed
son
it
of a
was
bitch.
Game time.
Yeah, it's game time. Well, come on there, buddy.
I'm loading.
All right, cool. Just making sure. But anyway, like I was saying, like I used to not get sick, and then I started streaming video games, and now I got sick because God sent me a message, and I haven't heard it yet. He just sends it to me at least once a year. But yeah, the problem is I can't sleep at night, so I'm always up. And it's like, okay, part of me's like, well, I can't go to sleep, so I could do what my stepdad does. When he can't sleep, he just stays up all night playing video games. That's bad for you. Shouldn't do that every single night, and he's always sick, so, whatever. So I decided, you know what, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay in bed like a man, suck it up and stare into the dark abyss of my room.
Yes.
Totally. You
Yes,
gonna invite Austin?
I did.
Oh, okay.
And so I do that instead, and I'm just miserable. And then I watch the sun come up, and I'm like, wow, I'm so glad I got that 30 minutes of sleep.
Do you like the new accoutrement on my jetpack?
Oh, you have accoutrement? Oh, I love the skulls, man. It's like somebody took the bits out of the bits bin of a chaos pack and just said, hey, stick them on here. And you're like, hell yeah. Like, first off, those skulls in this universe, those skulls are probably real. They're just gold plated.
They're orphan skulls.
Well, no, I don't know. I mean,
These are skulls of small children.
I don't think they're skulls of small children. Those are skulls of human beings. Like a fully.
So, well, okay, you know what? Granted, small children can be trying, but it's kind of cruel not to call them not human beings.
Fair enough. Sorry, my brain not working yet.
Jet.
So, yeah, no,
I'm phasing through. Oh no, I'm an agent of chaos.
Oh no!
Why are you all talking?
I think we turned on the voice chat.
Yeah, you'll have to mute us. We turned it on for the dude, Big Kahuna, that joined up with us.
Hold on, I can fix that. Push to talk is now just turned off or turned on.
I can't go that far. I just muted you.
I can't be bothered.
It's easier to just hit Y and mute somebody. Like, why, you know?
All right, we are waiting for Battle Brothers. But yeah, no, oh man. So
I got your back, Battle Brother.
One of the first things that I really don't like about getting sick is that I can't hear anything. Like, I get stuffy, and it's everything, right? I can't hear nothing. So people will be talking to me, and I know that they're talking to me, but I just can't understand what they're saying because my ears are all stuffy and muffled. So it's hard to tell what they're actually saying, and if they don't, like, talk loudly, it's all muffled. Like, my ears get stuffy. And apparently, since I went to the doctor a while ago, like, my left ear, I've actually have hearing damage in my left ear, and I didn't know about it for years.
How did you achieve this?
Because when I was a kid, I had, like, a really nasty ear infection that my parents never took me to the doctor for. And so every time I swallow or something, my left ear pops. Oh god, no. Oh, fucking hell, the game just crashed on me.
You're kidding.
Anytime you swallow?
No, I'm not kidding.
You're the wordsmith.
Damn it. Double damn it. Okay, hold on. We'll fix this. Hold on. I'll be back.
Austin's running in place. Sweet.
Yep, yeah. Okay, maybe there's something that's got like a memory leak or something. I just gotta turn it down, which is weird because my old computer. Oh, my old computer can't play it that well either.
Your memory leak.
I mean, maybe. I doubt it. Maybe. Oh, for the love of God, please don't make me do a bunch of troubleshooting for this stupid fucking game. At that point, I'm like, okay, let's go play Rogue Trader for the love of God. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Now the game's like, oh, I had a crash. I can't handle it. Oh, you know, let's just go play Division 2. See if that has worse.
I'd have to reinstall.
Me too.
I'd have to reinstall the Ubi Play before I could even install the game.
Oh, really? Wow. Okay.
Yeah, no. This shit's been off my computer for a hot minute.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we haven't played it for a hot minute. Look, Daniel Jackson is still alive in that playthrough, okay?
God.
Look, he looked exactly like Daniel Jackson. I loved it. It was great. That was like the best thing about the Division 2 playthrough is that I could make Daniel Jackson.
You mean you could kill Daniel Jackson?
Look, he only died 3 or 4 times, but in the TV show he died 2, so that makes sense. Oh, for the love of God.
You definitely didn't ascend.
No, I ascended. I definitely ascended. Because there were a few times I exploded, so I definitely ascended.
I'm going to send you right off the floor.
I swear to God, every time this game has a fit and crashes, I have to. It is essentially the Division 2 thing, where I have to verify the integrity of the files and then try again. I swear. Like, I mean, I like this game. Hello, Mr. Blue. I like this game, but it is getting on my nerves. It is actually more unstable with my current processor than it is in my old system. My old system I had trouble running it, but it ran it. This one, it just likes to crash. And I have no idea why. How are you, Mr. Blue? I am sick.
Mr. Blue.
He's a mean one, Mr. Blue.
No, it's Mr. Grinch, dude.
He's a mean one, Mr. Blue.
Well, I was singing a song that's actually called Mr. Blue versus you're trying to rewrite stuff about the Grinch. Oh my god, I'm about to make you blue by fucking restricting your airway.
Oh, we can play Ready or Not. I hear no objections.
Oh, wait for you to verify the file.
Yeah, if it crashes again, I'll play Ready or Not. So
I love how like it's crashing on you now.
What's up?
I love how it's crashing on you now.
I know, right? Like we take turns with this game not working.
I just, I had that like problem where it's like, first it's drive ratio rollback driver, and then it's like crashing because my overclock presets on the video card, and now it's fine with the overclock presets.
Look, I don't know what's wrong with this game. My computer now should be more than enough to handle this. I don't have a crappy processor. Got a pretty good GPU. They're not like top of the line, but they're definitely good. So I don't understand why it's giving me such an issue. Blue says, doing okay, about to crash. Well, don't crash yet, sir. I have a story to tell, and it's a fun story. Because now that I've been sick, I was actually telling Geisha a story, and I realized I don't think I've told anybody else this story. And I feel like y'all would benefit from this story, And so, at the very minimum, because at least one person's in here, I don't count Fokker and Austin as people. They're not people.
Wait.
It's okay. No one else.
Somebody understands.
Oh, man.
I don't see myself as people either.
Yep. See, he's a one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
No, I don't want to eat them. I just want them to go away.
The people eaters or people?
People.
I mean, what if the people eaters are people?
Then they can go away too.
Oh well, okay. So just you're gonna take the Shinji approach. I see. I wish people would leave me alone. I'm such a sad man.
No, I would actually get in the robot and just wreck some shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, getting in the robot causes like the reality itself to destabilize.
I don't see a problem with this.
I don't know,
Get
man.
in the robot, Shinji.
So one of the things that I did when I tried to spend a little more time at home this week. I actually watched the newer Evangelion movies or whatever. And the first movie.
Do you hate yourself?
Well, hold on. The first.
All right.
No, they're not all right. The first.
I like them.
the first. Okay, just crashed again for the love of all that's holy. All right, we're gonna uninstall the game and we're gonna reinstall it.
Okay, so.
Do one more thing. We're gonna uninstall, reinstall because we're gonna see. I swear to God. I swear to all that is.
I thought we were playing Ready or Not if it crashed again.
I'm gonna give it at least one more opportunity before I nuke it from orbit. Plus, like
we could play Squad.
We could play Squad. No,
No,
no, because nobody wants to watch. Look, nobody wants to watch Squad because at least if I'm not telling stories or doing something stupid, like I have to think of what I'm going to do in the meantime while I'm playing that game because there's so much downtime. You think Factorio's bad? The Squad is worse. Because there's enough dead air where it's like I have 5 minutes of game time in a 45-minute match. Like, unless we have a group of, 20 people playing at once, I don't see the point. Now I forgot what I was saying. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Right. I had a story to tell. And so, I was taking some Robitussin to help with congestion and whatnot. And I kind of started giggling to myself because I remembered something that happened to me when I was a teenager. And she's like, "Why are you laughing at the Robitussin? Do you need to go to the doctor?" And I was like, "No. And the reason being is because when I was a teenager, I got pretty sick. It wasn't like bad. I just got like a really nasty head cold, and so I couldn't sleep at night. Kind of like when I'm in the situation that I'm in now. So we go downstairs. We have like a medicine cabinet, right? And I think I've told enough stories about my stepdad to know that man is absolutely out of his goddamn mind. But he did something horrendously stupid. And so what I did is I literally was pouring myself some NyQuil, like the 20 milliliters of NyQuil. And it didn't look 100% like NyQuil, but it was close enough. I was like, oh, it's still got the bluey stuff, but like I'm tired. I don't know. Maybe it's just kind of me being sick. I would drink it and I was like, oh, it doesn't quite taste like NyQuil, but I can't really taste anything either. It just tastes worse than what it normally does. And I just go back upstairs and I am out like a light. I am so out that like the next day, my mom has to come in and wake me up and it feels like my entire body is made of rock. I'm just like, dude, I must be sicker than I thought. Oh my God. Like, oh geez, I feel terrible. Everything about me feels terrible. Like my joints ache, my back hurts, like my head hurts, like everything hurts. And so I was like, man, I can't go to work today. I gotta go down. I can't do this. I can't go to work. I can't go to class. I can't do nothing. So I call into work and I go downstairs and I take some more NyQuil so I go back to bed. And this time I take like, half of the amount. And I zonk out again until like that evening. And I'm like, damn, man, I don't know what this is. I gotta go to the doctor. It's like, I gotta do something, man, because I feel terrible. And I do this for like 3 days. And I'm just like, man, I'm sleeping a lot, but like I don't feel like I'm getting it. I feel like I'm getting a little bit better. But man, I just feel so tired and lethargic and just weighed down. What's going on? And finally, I was like, you know what? I need to stop taking this stuff. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's helping me stay down longer. I don't know. So I stopped taking it for like a day, and so I'm still able to sleep through the entire day. I wake up and I feel better. But I still got a stuffy nose. My head's still kind of cloudy and nasty, but like I'm not like as sick as I was. And so after this, my stepdad has a fit. He starts screaming left, right, and center about somebody's taking his medicine. Jeez. Sorry, I'm getting a text message from work. And as I'm sitting there, I'm like, what's the matter? And he's like, who's been taking all my medicine? And I was like, nobody. He's like, then why is the NyQuil bottle like, halfway or 3/4 empty? And I was like, I can get you more NyQuil. We can go down and get you more NyQuil. I was like, it wasn't NyQuil in the bottle. And I'm getting very confused. I'm like, why would you, what? And he goes, yeah, I put narcotics in the NyQuil bottle. I emptied like 3/4 of the NyQuil bottle and I put a heavy narcotic in there so I can sleep at night. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? It's labeled NyQuil, you dipshit. And he got so mad because I wasn't smart enough to figure out that, when I'm sick and can't taste anything, that I'm taking like a triple dose of narcotic. And I don't even know what it was. But so essentially, I wake up feeling like garbage. Because I'm taking like heavy. Anyway, I don't know what kind of narcotic it was. But apparently he was like, you take like 2 milliliters of this stuff. You don't drink 20 milliliters like it says in the bottle. And I was like, why would you put this in the NyQuil bottle? What kind of monster are you? Like what kind of psychopath puts the goddamn NyQuil bottle and goes, you know what's normal? Taking it out of the prescription bottle and putting it in the NyQuil bottle where anyone could take it. And so I'm like, so what you're telling me is that I've been dosing myself with essentially like, what essentially comes down to heavy, I'm going to just pass out juice for 3 days and wondering why I feel like garbage, thinking, oh my God, I'm so sick. No, I'm just triple dosing or like, 20 times dosing the crap that you're supposed to be taking. And I was like, is there any other medicine I shouldn't take in this house, or should I just stock up my own medicine cabinet while I'm at it? He didn't like that question. He got very angry because I should know better. I didn't really know what that meant, but he said I should know better. All right, so I'm about.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, right.
You should know better. You should know that. You should know exactly what is and isn't for you.
Myth. Why can you not psychically sense that there's narcotic in a bottle? Like, it's so easy.
Yeah, it is so easy. Why can't I just... It's like when Geisha's like, hey, why didn't you read my mind? And I go, because I'm not Asian. Asians are supposed to do that, not white people.
Like, we don't immerse ourselves into the hive mind of the Asian culture.
No, we don't. We appreciate it from afar, but we don't immerse ourselves in it. But no, I was drinking out of like the Robitussin bottle, and I was like getting myself 20 milliliters like the bottle says, and I just kind of giggled to myself, and I was like, this is ridiculous. All right, so it is about halfway through. Do we want to finish it up, or do we want to play Ready or Not? I mean, I'm open to either at this point.
I mean, you're already committed.
I mean, kind of. I mean, you can always tell the story about how like my aunt like dosed me with a sleeping pill that I shouldn't have taken, so I kept passing out while like burping and crawling to the door begging for help.
Help, blur. Help, blur.
That was literally... Okay, hold on. Was Austin around at that time? I can't even remember. Were you there when I was like so sick that I was like... Yeah, were you there when I was really sick? I don't remember.
I really don't remember either.
Okay, so there was a time when I refused to like stop pushing myself. And so I think like Fokker and everybody else is like, dude, why are you always sick? And it's like for 3 months out of the year, I was just like dying. I was just a sore throat, stabbing feeling in my throat. My head was constantly hurting. You know, I would not stop working, and I would not stop streaming. I refused to give in to the pain. And by the third time, I finally, like my body just goes, you think you're getting up again? And I go, yep. And I sat down at my desk chair, and my body goes, nope. And I hit the floor. I was then out for a week. I think even like Fokker was like, hey, you missed a streaming night. And I was like, dude, I can't move. It's like, I'm so sick, I can't move. Because I would get sick, and then I would get better. I'd get sick. Yeah, I know, right? Well, that was the day it broke me. Like that last one broke me. I can no longer handle being sick anymore. Like it is even small colds now are just so vicious on me. I can't do it. Like I have such a hard time focusing at work. I used to be able to fight through it. I can't do it anymore. And it was that time that it happened that I can't. It was that moment where I said, nope, I can't do this anymore. But I got so sick, but I also couldn't sleep, and so, you know, Geisha would actually give me, like, minor doses of, like, a sleeping pill. And I hate sleeping pills because most of them are addictive or they mess with you in some way. So, you know, my aunt comes up, and there's 2 different kinds of sleeping pills that are in the house. Ones that you take with food and ones that you don't take with food. And the problem is that the ones that you're supposed to take with food, if you don't, it actually jacks up your stomach in a way that is really nasty. Like you will start vomiting and it will be painful. It's almost like you're trying to go to the bathroom but you can't go to the bathroom. Like, right, it's bad. And so she gave me a full dose of a sleeping pill, or sorry, a double dose of a sleeping pill that I didn't really want to take, but I was so out of it I didn't really pay attention. So I literally was eyes closed, take the meds, throw it in my mouth, drink the water, go back to bed. Like I was in so much pain. And then I would wake up burping and like my stomach would be convulsing. And I rolled out of bed going, oh my God, I feel so terrible. But I would keep passing out on my way across the floor to the door. Because I'm like, I need help. I need somebody to tell me what's going on. And it wasn't until I realized that my aunt had decided that in order to help me stay asleep for a full day, she gave me like a double dose of something, of the one that you're supposed to eat something with, except I hadn't eaten anything in a full day. So not only have I not eaten anything in a full day, You're supposed to take food with this actively, and I didn't do that. So my stomach is cramping. It's going, hey, I hurt now. And I keep passing out literally as I'm crawling towards the door. And I think it took me about 15 minutes to get to the door because I'd go to sleep for a little bit and then the stomach pangs would wake me up. And then I would remember what was happening and then keep crawling towards the door and then fall back asleep. Needless to say, she is no longer welcome in the household. It was pretty bad.
I see nothing wrong here. I see only weakness.
I see exactly weakness. So like, even now, like I mean, my work ethic is just through the floor right now. Oh man, okay, 99%. Here we go. Oh my god, it's done. Let's go. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash.
Bam, crash.
If it does, I'm just going to go straight to ready or not. I don't care. Like I'm just like, all right, screw it. The game's over. We're gonna stop playing Space Marine 2. I'm tired of fighting with it. I don't have the patience for it anymore.
Ready or not, here I come.
It's the thing is, I really like this game. I really do. It's just that I can't stand the fact that it crashes too damn much. Like that's the part that gets me. It crashes so fucking much. Oh, for the love of God.
B.
Okay, take it back. Maybe I'll do one reboot, and then if that doesn't work, then we'll just go to ready or not.
Oh my god.
I know. I keep changing my mind because I'm a little bitch.
No, so you keep it up, I'm gonna go to sleep.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I could help. At least somebody gets to go to sleep. I know that whenever we're done, I'm probably not going to be able to go to sleep.
You need to try going to sleep.
No.
Just lay there and feel your body getting heavier and heavier.
I refuse. If only
Watch something really fucking boring while you're laying in bed.
Fuck! Okay, it crashed again. Okay, alright. Let's do one reboot. One reboot. I'll be right back.
Hey, Austin, do you have ready or not?
Okay, I'm back.
No.
And I'm back from outer space. I just walked to find you in here with that sad look upon your face. Ugh. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with your lies, but I feel strong.
Oh, sweet Christ, I want to die now.
Oh, no, not I. I will survive. I don't know. But hey, I found a Clefable at a Pokemon card store thing today. That was nice. I got it sitting in front of me. I don't know what I'm going to do with it right now. Although I could put it in I could put it in my collection, but who knows. All right.
Cooming.
Cooming? Who's cooming? Why are we cooming?
I'm almost there. Hold on.
Why are you
I
cooming?
heard you all the way from my shitter.
Wait, what?
Walker, I'm here to reply to you.
Why are we?
He's a coomer.
Don't be a coomer. Nobody likes.
You're right. Gotta be a gooner.
I don't know what those. I don't look. All these coomer. I understand. Somebody who just can't stop jacking up. I don't know what gooning means.
Anything only not as loud.
Wait, what? Say. Okay, hold on. Wait. Wait, hold on. Coomers are squealers. Is that what it is? I never.
Coomers are people who like to stream it, not stream it, but scream it. A gooner is someone like you live in that gooner lifestyle. Like gooning is a lifestyle. Cooming is an addiction. Here we go.
I have no words. I like how Austin's already in here, which is weird.
Yeah, I like that because I'm not on here in my thing.
Like, well, it's just weird because like you're already here.
Therefore, he's not there. You're looking at a ghost, Smith.
This is Austin's connecting, so.
It says we're both connecting. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it does.
Holy fuck.
I thought I turned that off.
Turn it off.
Oh, nothing. Ah.
Ooh, I need to find new hobbies other than drinking.
Yes, you do, because you missed the last stream, you son of a bitch.
Technically, I wasn't. I was bare. I don't even think I drank the last time.
Oh, so you just missed it on purpose, you asshole.
No, I was there having special fun time with my uncle.
So you were in the touchy basement.
Uncle needed some of those special feely times. You know,
Austin's like, don't touch me there. That is my notice square.
Oh, God. Everything about this is unhappy.
Austin left the game?
Why'd you leave?
Yeah, it wasn't loading for me, so I'm coming back in. Breathe for me. Let our voices join out as one. Let us read.
Oh, man.
Attack on Titan Season 3 would have been much better if that's how they went out to go fight. Or no, was it? That's Season 2. I think that was Season 2, actually. Like, my soldiers charge out. My soldiers read.
See, Attack on Titan was a show that, for the first season, captivated me. And then everything past that, like, I think Season 2 was pretty good, but then Season 3 came and I was more bored by it. And then I think I've watched part of Season 4. And, again, there's something to be said for, like, the CGI stuff that they go through, where it just looks so out of place, I can't. It just rips me right out of the story. It was like the Evangelion movies that I watched. The first movie is just like the first few episodes of the show, and then everything starts to go bad. And the saddest... Okay, have you seen them all, Austin?
Yes, I like Evangelion.
No. Have you seen, like, the new ones? Like the,
yeah.
You know, you cannot advance, you cannot redo, you cannot do any of that stuff?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
Okay, so...
I'm an Evangelion fan.
I like the original series. I think the ending is, like, the only thing that's kind of depressing, but as I watched it, I was like, you know what, you can't top the old ending. And even though the old ending was, I ran out of money and I was depressed at the time and I didn't really know what to do. Like, that's fine.
Unit numbers growing exponentially within the Hive City.
Because this was even
Retaking
worse.
those sectors is a lost cause.
I do like how at the end of it, though, supposedly it's just a giant nod to the fact that the fans just need to grow the fuck up and so much.
Well, that's such a retarded thing to do. Well, because, like, okay, first off, Asuka, okay, all right, here's how I see it. If that's the thing, right?
We shall burn and bury all the... Keep a tight formation.
Alright, so, at the end of the movie, Rey, Ayanami, his whole thing was he wanted to save Rey. Okay, fine.
You want to save his minions clones.
Well, he doesn't save anybody.
Yeah.
He doesn't save anybody. He saves absolutely nobody. And at the end, his version of being the good guy is he leaves Asuka essentially in her own hell. On purpose, he leaves Rey and his mother in their own hells. On purpose.
Where's the... I'm not seeing the downside.
He lets his... Okay, so the only person whose ending actually makes sense is his father. Who, like, his father cannot accept the fact that, like, there can be a better world. Okay, fine. His father's world does not exist without his mother. Okay, fine. That actually that tracks based on his old, you know, kind of story. But the fact that he goes, hey, we can make Mama, like, we can bring her back, we can remake the world and, like, do all this stuff. Nope, don't do that. I can't live without her. Okay, well then come with me and I can fix it. Nope. Just leaves. And his whole shtick is, I'm just going to leave everybody in their own personal hells. Not because they want to, but because I just can't be bothered. And then he ends up dating the, I guess, as the self-described, the big boob chick. Which, okay, fine. But, like, that was the story.
I do not remember any of this.
Yeah. This is like the 3 or 4 part story at the,
Yeah. I have all of it. I do not remember any of that happening.
No. He leaves Asuka in her own personal hell. Not to mention they completely redid Asuka's character. I liked them a lot more when they were all like fundamentally broken people. Like Asuka's, because again they're kids, they're teenagers, and these are teenagers that have gone through hell and back to basically be super soldiers in a world where they're just not really meant to be that. And so Asuka. Well, okay, well,
like, I have all the copies of this show, like, on my fucking, like, on Blu-ray.
Well, okay, do you remember when Asuka is, like, one of Asuka's big flaws is that she is extremely aggressive and mean and rude, but in reality, it's because she's really scared, right?
Well, yeah, she's dependent on other people.
Yeah, she wants other people's approval and love. Same as Shinji, it just comes out different. Rei is a shell. She is a stand-in.
Fresh magazine in.
For what's her name? I forget her name. Yui. She's a stand-in for Yui. And that's kind of the whole point, is that she's just a stand-in. She's a doll. She's not really a person. I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay, fine, no problem. But Shinji's character isn't like... Shinji's character isn't a robot, which is kind of what they made him in like the new movies. He is a kid who just really wants his own father's like affection and attention. That's it.
Yeah.
And Asuka wants someone to tell her that everything's going to be okay and that they love her. Like that is her entire story arc. It is not complicated. It's not weird. It's just a straight up, hey, this is what she wants. Mm-hmm. And nobody gets what they want, and it makes them turn out to be children. Okay, fine. In this movie, or in these movies, no. Asuka still has that, but they downplay it so much to the point where it's like, no. It's not really that big of a character flaw. It's like, no, it's a massive character flaw in the movies and like the original stuff. Like, absolutely, it's a massive character problem for her. She has an actual mommy-daddy issue, which is why she's like 15 and just wants the 30-year-old man to just dick her down as hard as she can, or as hard as he can.
Listen, she has daddy issues.
Very much.
She needs that strong man in her life.
No, but okay, I joke about it, but it's 100% true. That is 100% true. She has daddy issues, just like Shinji, just like Misato, and just like oh geez, what's her name? The lead programming lady. I forget her name.
I don't remember.
But they all have these really weird relationships with each other because they all have daddy issues except for Kaji. And Kaji's the big strong daddy.
He has mommy issues.
Yes, he does.
Shopping magazine.
But like in the original show, Asuka has like he's constantly coming on to Kaji because she has that affection for him, and she's coming on to like Shinji in her own way too. She wants him to be a daddy figure for her as well.
Onto the train and assist him when necessary.
In the movies, they completely ignore all that.
I don't really remember all this. I'm gonna have to rewatch I don't remember it all. I remember they had some like fancy dance scenes with the giant mechs, and I was like, wow, mechs go dancey dance with like the Beethoven music in the background.
They do that. That is a thing that happens. I will
Like,
not
that's
lie to
what I
you.
remember.
They do that. They do that.
We require a Nova Cannon implosive warhead to be loaded on the train.
But no, I hated that. I was just like, this is ridiculous. And so at the end of it, like where he leaves them all in their own private hells. Like the fact that Asuka's like, I just want somebody to tell me everything's gonna be okay, and like Shinji walks up and goes, yeah, I could do that. I could. But you know, I just want to tell you that I like you at 1.2. You were my friend, and I love you, and I care about you. Goodbye. It's like, what? Why would you do that?
Still, that you cannot redo.
But the thing is, he can. That's kind of the
But
point.
you cannot redo.
No, he has the power to remake the world. By the end of it, he has the power to undo everything. He has the power to literally remake the world in his image. And he chooses to keep the world as is, with one exception, which is that there are no Avas. So everything up until the Avas, everything up to that point with the Avas, he's choosing to keep all the collateral damage, all the destruction, all the death, all the everything, but doesn't want to get rid of, or doesn't want to undo all the damage that was done, and the people that were lost, or any of that crap, because that's just
Shinji
not good.
just doesn't want to get in the robot. It's just that simple.
That's fine, except for the part where he doesn't want to get in the robot, and he also wants to make sure that everybody that was in the robot never leaves.
Yeah.
It
They're
is
all
like,
bad people and they should never be allowed out of the robot. I don't see a problem.
oh my god, I just sat there and I was like, did I just watch this right? Like, did I just understand that? Like,
Escort the payload to the train.
You know, according to facility schematics,
and then there was
is
like
a
his friend
transport
Kaori or whatever. Like he was
I was going
the
to say that was his friend Peyote, and I was like, wow.
Yeah,
The
Peyote.
shit he turned into a stone.
no. It's
Stoner, I
Kaori
see.
or whatever. Kaori, the first and 13th angel, the one who's at the beginning and the end.
Ah, gay boy.
Yeah, the gay boy.
The character that has forever baited many fandoms, being like, oh,
Squad,
you know,
rally on my
like
signal.
Shinji was totes gay for this one dude, which I mean he kind of was. Like
Well,
Shinji seems like he would have got bottomed down for that.
Well, I think the whole point of it was that Shinji and him are actually connected, like
I
directly.
shall wait
They are
until
the same
all are
person.
present.
Are you coming, Austin?
I got Gene Seed.
Oh, good. But I think the whole point of that is the fact that they were the same person. Like, the reason why Shinji was so important is because Shinji was, like, also the angel. Which is why he has to, like, do all the stuff that he has to do. Why it's so important for him to pilot the Ava. Because without him, like, they can't do it.
Uh-huh.
I think that was kind of the point.
Be ready.
See, I never got the idea that he was an angel, though.
Yes, he was. So, because of the way his mom was, because of the way his dad is, that's why he's so important. Is that without
I
him,
understood that he was important, but I always thought it was just due to the connection between him and his mother, due to the fact that his mother was, like, died into the Ava. So her
that's
soul was imprinted.
well, that's what it is, right? And so Gendo doesn't have that, right? But his son does, and so he's able to do stuff that no other pilot can. It's still like ridiculous and retarded in its own way.
Rally to me, brothers!
I'm rallying horde!
Rally to the banner! The banner will guide us!
Oh god, the banner's not guiding me, the banner's gonna be
The
killed.
banner is hurting. The banner is hurting.
Yeah, there you go.
Some of your poor apes are only so long.
Squish. But no, at that point, by the time I was done watching the movies, I was like, man, because I remember watching Evangelion like the first time, and I go, wow, the ending here sucks. I really wish that they would just make a better ending, and then I realized, oh, it's because the guy that wrote this, the reason why all these characters are the way they are is because he was depressed when he wrote it. And the ending was the way that it was because they ran out of money, and he had no idea what he was doing.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what? The irony of this is the fact that the original ones are better. Come here, you. But no, the original ending I think was better, even though it made absolutely zero fucking sense.
Gifts from the forge. Watch your fire, brother. Fresh magazine.
The original ending made perfect-ish kind of sense.
Not even close.
Way.
Not even close.
Like there was Rey and she was singing the "Fly Me to the Moon," and it all made sense that way.
Yeah, like, it was just like, okay, we don't know what to do for the last episode. What are we gonna do? Well, what's the story?
I don't remember. I did too much acid.
Yeah, I was trying to get out of my depression for too long. I don't remember what it was.
Changing magazine.
There's also a lot of the really like weird tension between the characters was a lot better in the original series. Whereas in this one, they just take Asuka and go, what if we just made her a complete bitch all the time? And just remove all the parts where she gets like really, really hyper
To be
emotional.
fair, alright, I kind of get why she was a bitch though. Like, how many years was Shinji out of there while the rest of the world went to just absolutely tits up?
But that's the thing.
And then, like, Shinji's reappears, and it's just like, haha, surprise, I don't remember any of this.
Well, yeah, because it's like he was out of time for 14 years.
Yeah. And so, like, she's just probably kind of a wee bit pissed.
Well, no, that part doesn't bother me. It's the part where, like, they removed all the parts that made Asuka kind of a fun character. Like, her being a bitch is just one thing, but like the part that made her a fun character and a good character was the part where she would get really hyper, like not hyper emotional, but like hyper vulnerable. Like, yeah, she was really, really tough, and she was extremely rude and mean, but it was all just a cover for the fact that she was even more fragile than Shinji. Like, she's even more jacked in the head than Shinji is. Like, she just literally wants someone to hug her, essentially. Which Shinji wants the same. And Rei's the only one that doesn't understand that. And Misato and everybody else is preying upon it, knowing this is what they want. Like, that's kind of the dirty secret, is that everybody is really using each other in some capacity as well. Like, the original show, it was really good because of that. Like, yeah, it was really dirty and dark, but it made the characters interesting because they all kind of understood where they had to be. Like, I don't think Miss Misato necessarily wanted to do that to Shinji, but she understood that it was kind of important for him to do that.
Stay close and sharp.
It was like, you know, basically the baiting was required. And Asuka,
Jailbaiting.
Basically, yeah.
To become the barrel of a bolt.
And like Asuka and Kaji, he also understood that's what was needed because he needed to keep her focused on the job at hand.
Obstruction.
Which is why everywhere he went,
Kaji also tries to teach Shinji to grow the fuck up.
he does. He does.
Just like, Shinji, grow the fuck up. All these women want you. Be better, man. Like, you're surrounded by women who are emotionally depraved and just want a daddy. Be the daddy.
Basically, yeah.
Take them over, put them on your knee, pull down their pants, and spank them.
I mean, he's
Do it now.
He's actually not wrong about that assessment. Oh, for fuck's sakes! No! God dang it!
What?
Yes.
Did your shit crash again?
No, my controller decided to stop working, so there's that.
Going in all the way.
Okay, I guess I'll just use a keyboard and mouse now.
As you should.
I mean, it works. I'm just used to using, well,
Crap. Controllers are crap for first-person shooters. Just
God, I bet you
Right.
vote Labour Party, don't you?
what's up?
who?
Yes, I bet he votes Labour Party in British politics.
Why would I ever vote late? You vote commie?
No, you do.
I would never vote commie. Oh, good God, no.
Commencing reload.
Speaking of which, do you all pay attention to British politics?
I know that they
little.
literally are talking about doing the Great Leap Forward, and I don't know how to block.
Fresh magazine.
Yeah, I know that they're talking about the Great Leap Forward in England.
Yes, they are. It's quite funny.
It's terrible.
It's humorous. They're talking about how the fact they want to seize 2/3 of like all British farmland, basically.
Oh yeah, no, they want to manufacture a famine. Like they want to do it. They want it so bad.
Oh yeah.
My thanks to you, brother.
Like they very clearly want to kill off their own population.
Which is such a, I mean, again, like, it is such a weird thing to watch governments do. Like, what is it about their native populations that they hate so much?
I don't know, but it's a very odd thing. Like, why do you hate all
They're
of your own
psychopaths.
Well, I mean, but even psychopaths understand, like,
Psychopaths suffer under delusion, so it doesn't necessarily, understand anything.
oh, but even,
A psychopath is a person who has a pathological delusion.
I mean, okay, so
Yeah,
for,
but like even a psychopath normally has like to a degree like they're after something. Like there's an end goal here, right? Like even if it's pain, like pain for the sake of pain because they find pain enjoyable, they find it funny. There's still a goal there. Wow, holy fucking shit balls.
To the armory, any reported violation of these terms will warrant immediate and severe discipline. Gunfire
oh god, oh god.
continued service. Eliminate the invasion.
Seeking operator.
Toil and carry on, for it is our duty. War has come
But then
to
you look
us.
over like at the British government and you're just like, wow, what do you want out of this? We don't know. We just want the destruction of all of our people, our nation, and everything.
Well,
Why?
like, I mean, like, my thought process is the fact that if you kill off all of your own people, like, you do realize that
Toxins
you're,
in the bloodstream. Releasing fragments.
you're not going to be far behind.
No.
Like, that means that you and the power structures that you want to hold on to so badly, like, the things that you want will be taken from you. Like, that's the part that I don't understand. Like, if you want to kill off all of your native-born population, like,
Reload.
you won't have a king or a queen anymore after a while because they'll be dethroned violently.
So, out.
I'm dead.
Austin, stay alive. Survive.
Stay alive. Oh fuck! I am the last brother alive. Whoa!
Yep, I'm down. Myth died.
Yep. Finisher is it E? No. Parry. Okay, C.
I got a room.
And so I don't really understand what it is that they're actually hoping to gain from all this, aside from completely destroying their own nations for some unknown purpose. And I don't know what.
Shall never let a brother fall.
They're literally going to depopulate the planet to a much lower number.
Well, but okay, so it's fine. But like, you're not doing that. Like, in reality, like, global population isn't going to fall to that level. And even if you do it in the United States and in the West in general, you keep bringing more people into the West. So if your goal is to stop people from breeding, or to reduce
So it's
the population.
population replacement. They can, the people that bring it in, they can control much easier.
No, they can't. Like, that's the stupidity of it. It's like, on paper, yes, but in reality, no. Because eventually, when you have enough people of a different culture that comes in, they won't
Yeah, but
share yours.
They don't understand this, okay?
I know.
That is actually a very fair point there, Buck. Right there, the fact, like, they believe that everyone, the people who are importing, like, the Middle Easterners into Britain sit there and they believe that, oh yeah, if we import them, they will become the new British. They don't believe the fact that they will bring, you know, like, Muslim culture over there. They're just like, no, we have the world's culture. Like, we are of the world, and the world is our culture, so we're just going to all sit there and sing Kumbaya.
The world has seen our souls consumed.
But I guess my question is, how is it that, again, they've got access to more data, more information, all that fun stuff. They've got access to more stuff than we ever could. They know the numbers don't lie. So if their goal is, well,
the numbers don't lie, but you can make the charts lie. So this is a thing that you can do with charts, for example. For example, you'll see that a lot of times that they'll talk about how, you know, they made like 1 million jobs, but they never talk about like how many jobs were lost before they managed to make that 1 million jobs. You know, like how many of those jobs were just jobs that existed in the market, but then they economic problems arose and those jobs
These
went away.
people
And then
don't even understand economics.
well, like, yeah, like the COVID stuff. People say, "Oh, Biden's economy is the best it's ever been," and it's like, no, it's because COVID is still like it's the recovering of COVID.
Beacon of hope.
Like that's why his economy is. You can't shove the economy down super hard. It's going to rebalance itself out. Like that's just going to happen. It's not gonna. It's going to come back. Obviously.
Hello there, Reaver.
I like how it dug through an elevator.
I love how it brought rocks with it, and that stayed sticking through the floor of the elevator. And it's still here.
Oh god!
The elevator's floor.
Where'd Myth go?
I don't know. I guess I'm dead. Bye.
What the fuck did you?
Oh my god! Like pulled him through the floor or something.
Well, there goes the shield thing, the relic that I had. So I guess
Lulz.
So thank you, game. Oof. But no, I mean, even if you could get the charts and whatever you want, but again, they know better. They have to know better. There's no way they don't
I
know.
don't think they do.
You see this, dude, they don't.
There's
That's the thing.
no
Like
way
I'm
they
telling
don't.
you, yes, man. Like, trust me, these people have a huge level of disconnect from reality.
Like I think it's literally just the fact they don't know a lot of this stuff. Like they look at the charts and the graphs and like they see that and they go, this is reality, never realizing their charts and graphs are heavily modified to make themselves look really good. Like I remember just a couple of days ago there was a thing with some Republican guy, I think it was, and he went up on a stage and like they were just talking about the price of butter and he couldn't believe the actual price of butter. Like
Oh, this
he
is
was
Joe
talking about how,
Scarborough.
like,
Yeah.
Fucking hit him, motherfucker!
no, fuck you. He was talking about how great the economy was, how we never had like a better economy and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, that was Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough, and he found out that a stick of butter was $7.
Yeah, and he couldn't believe it because, you know, in his mind, the graphs and the charts and everything, they told him how great everything was.
Well, like Nancy Pelosi was giving some interview where she was telling people, like, you know, like, oh, things to be finding here for groceries, blah blah blah, you know, like all this other shit, and she's eating like fucking ice cream that's like fucking $20 a fucking, you know, like little like Ben and Jerry's size piece of shit during this interview.
Yes, that's another problem too, is that we have created a system where if you are part of the elite, you are unfathomably more wealthy than like anyone else.
I wouldn't even say it's
Like,
we
if you
created
were
the
on the
system.
end-
I would say that it's just again, the average American or the average person doesn't really think about this. Where you go like, okay, well, what makes your money worth anything? It's like when a friend of mine goes, well, what's the problem with inflation? And I'm like, dude, do you know what inflation is? It's when they print too much money. It's like, well, yeah, but they just print more money. It's not a big deal. And I was like, they print more money all the time. It's not a big deal because where does the value of the money come from? Because we don't use gold. It just comes from the trade value and what we use it for. So therefore, it's always going to be worth something. And I was like, that is such self-fulfilling logic. It's insane, and it's so hard to argue against because you have a very surefire way of determining value. The problem is that it's not real. Like inflation is when the government overspends and overprints money. And he was like, well, yeah, but the thing is, inflation is transitory. It's not, it'll catch up for growth. It'll be fine. And I was like, no, inflation is bad all around. It robs you of your money. Boom!
Yeah, no, some people fundamentally just do not get the concept of inflation. They just think, oh yeah, there's money, just print money, it's fine. It's like, no, it's not fine at all.
Yeah, it's just paper. And I was like, yeah, it's paper that we use to trade. And we are told it's worth this much money. If it is not worth this much money, then we start going, oh, I need more of this in order to accommodate this. Yeah, but the dollar amount doesn't matter. They can't attribute the value to the dollar. Like, they don't understand why the dollar is valuable. Or I should say, less valuable. They just think that, the reason why prices go up is because people are greedy. And I'm like, yeah, maybe
money is worth money because money is worth money.
Basically, yes. And, well, here's the thing. They may not be wrong about the fact that people are greedy and that's why some prices rise. Of course that's true. Of course it is. That is a 100% true statement. Maybe that's the case. But that's not the only case. There's no reason why butter should be $7 based off of greed.
Yeah, especially when you consider the fact that, if you go back and you look at, for example, a lot of really old cooking stuff like that, you can tell how much, a lot of, the staples work. It's really kind of interesting. God damn it, thing. I'm trying to make a point here. You keep backing my ass. Stop it. I remember I was looking back at, World War II era, cooking stuff. And you can see that, a lot of the staples of that time period are no longer staples of today.
Yep.
They've become wildly more expensive than what they were at the time. Even Depression era food is now much more expensive than what it was during the Depression.
Oh, yeah. And the thing is, once you realize that it's been that way for years, you start to go, what the hell? And it's one of the reasons why I'm actually really excited about RFK. I don't like RFK as a person. I think that most of his stuff is garbage. But his stuff on healthy foods and whatnot, I'm like, dude, yeah, absolutely. 100%. We need to start actually putting healthy crap into our food again. Because we instead let other people process our food, and it's not good for us.
Brothers, I'm down.
Brothers, I am pinned here!
Brothers, collect my gene seed.
Oh, I'm gonna collect that gene seed. I'm gonna collect that gene seed.
You better.
But yeah, no, the fact, if we can get rid of, seed oils and a crap and, go back to actual good food, hey, if we can make rules that say, look, you want to put all natural in your stuff, or, all natural ingredients, and it has to be, 99% real, cool, I'm on board. Ow.
Brothers, I am dying here.
Yeah, me too.
But no, yeah, recently, over the week, I decided to do a little bit of a test, right? Because I eat a lot of protein. on the processed foods, right? And I decided like let's cut out all like the processed foods.
Get with this crap, dude.
So you can bring the charging station and finish the
And
You can't, can you?
no, like I did, like, but it's wildly more expensive. And also, it's kind of impressive. Like I was noting, like how much I eat comparatively to like eating processed foods to non-processed foods, because I was using like a calorie tracker and all that in order to equal like figure out like how many calories do I have to equal the same amount of food.
Just eat nothing but whole foods. That's how you avoid all that crap. Yeah, it's you buy and cook everything.
precisely. We can fix the
But
charging
yes,
station.
what I was noticing though is that like you can eat much more and get a lot less calories with non-processed foods than we do with processed foods. Like you eat like on a meal-to-meal basis, you can eat a much more
Yeah, but
non-processed food.
but you
I don't know.
don't.
Processed food's designed to fuck you over. I mean,
Yeah.
the cigarette companies bought a lot of these food companies in the 80s when they started getting a shit pushing over cigarettes. And so that's how, you know, they were essentially started making their money was through all the foods.
Yeah.
But, you know, they're doing the same thing they did with cigarettes. It wasn't about healthy, it was about being addictive and maximizing you buying.
Pretty much.
Wow.
Like, just like I looked at like the nutritional basis of them, and it's wildly inconsistent.
Well, let me tell you this. Like when I started eating my own eggs, like when I started eating eggs for my chickens, and I just started like, okay, how about I put real butter in the pan? Like, I don't use like any fake butter. It's all 100% real butter. When I have like, I cut out a lot of the bread in the morning. I mean, depending upon the morning. It's just eggs, 2 little sausage links, sometimes not even that, and 3 eggs. Like I was so energetic. I was so just ready to go tackle the world. I couldn't believe it. Like I was, it was night and day how much better I felt when I wasn't eating like processed crap. I don't know if you could feel that either, because like I was like, dude, I feel good. I feel like I'm ready to tackle the world.
Yeah, like this has been 4 days, and I was waking up significantly earlier, feeling far more full of energy. Like before, like I'd start my days off, and I'd be like, I don't really enjoy waking up. Like this kind of sucks. Like I was waking up and doing like full on like reps and shit like that in the morning. Like I was going down there and just like pumping like iron and shit like that the moment I woke up. I was like, yeah, this is nice. I enjoy this.
Yeah, it's great. That's kind of the part that I was like, man. When people told me you need to eat healthy, and like and my parents would feed me quote unquote healthy foods, and it's like, yeah, but it's still all processed. And if you just get like natural foods, I'm like, dude, this is way better. This is so much better. It's so impressive how much more energy you have. And again, if it wasn't for the fact that like my average day is like 18 to 20 hours, I'd be a lot more alive at night. But it is so insane how this is how far we've gotten, and like that's why I'm excited about RFK. Like, I don't like him as a person. I don't like anything that he stands for, but at least for this, I'm on board 100%. Like, absolutely 110%. Go for it. Let's go all the way, bud. Like, I just say, no, you want to call your stuff butter? You can't call it butter unless it's actually 100% real butter. You know?
Myth contributed nothing.
Like, it's because I died like 4 or 5 times.
Parker had the most kills, the most melee damage, and the most teammate revives. I had the most special kills, range damage, items found, damage taken, and something else. I am best.
Apparently, I can no longer upgrade some of my items because I upgraded them too far as attack marine.
Sucks to suck.
But
Tell
yeah,
you.
I mean, as much as I hate to say it, like, I'm not looking to be like Europe, but if we can get our food levels where we say, no, you have to have real food.
See, I just like this. I remember I watched this video of like a British chick, and she like tried eating like American foods before, and like at first she didn't really. Yeah, new swords. She starts off the video like she's perfectly normal and healthy looking, right? And at first, but then as the video goes on, she becomes like progressively more and more fat as she continues to eat more and more like American foods. Like, yeah, I can see that, how that works now. Significantly more.
Yeah, it's not great. It's not good for you.
What the fuck is fencing?
What do you mean, what's fencing?
Looking at master crafted swords, and they have the option to balance is now turns into fencing. I'm like, what the fuck is fencing?
That would be fighting with swords.
Well, yes, but there's like defense, balance, and there's fencing up. What the fuck is that? I have to Google this shit.
Cross swords with something? I don't know.
Maybe. That sounds kind of gay, though. I don't know how I like that.
It's only gay if the balls touch.
Okay. Well, shit. I mean, all tiered weapons are technically penises.
He's not wrong. I may not like it, but he's not wrong.
Well, the appropriate response is, he's not lying, but he's right.
He's not a line, but he's right. I don't like what he's saying, but it's true.
Apparently fencing is like the go-to thing.
Oh, you could spend... Okay, oopsies. I may have done...
Oopsies what?
I may have done an oopsie doodles here.
What's that?
I may have accidentally spent some of my precious materiel to master something that I shouldn't probably have done.
Oh, sounds like a myth move.
Yeah. Alright, bolt rifle.
Yuck.
Perk trees.
Oh, but no, like this British lady, she just started off so skinny, and then by the end of it, she was just so tubby because she just kept eating like more and more American foods.
That makes sense.
And like you could kind of see this too, like the way that she was talking, where she was like, "Yeah, I'm going to try like American foods," and it's so much more flavorful than what like any other nation's food is. It's designed to just be so much more.
Yeah.
It's not really that it's flavorful, it's just they put a bunch more salt and shit like that, which enhances the flavor. They put flavor enhancers versus actually like making it more flavorful.
Well, yeah, like the amount of sugar they put in there is just atrocious.
Well, it's like if you open like an MRE, right? It's just like, oh my god, what's in here, right? MREs are just full of sugar.
No, they're not. They're full of salt.
And sugar.
No, the sugar content's actually relatively low. It's
I could eat MREs.
massive amounts of salt, which makes sense if you're out in the field, if you're actually sweaty enough. But
Now, I've also heard that like your body, there's something about sugar that kind of hijacks part of your body, where like
it causes insulin spikes, and then you get like essentially insulin insensitive because of it.
Well, no. So what it does is like, so your body will it burns fat instead of something else, and sugar kind of hijacks that process.
Well, I mean, you have to go into ketosis to burn fat, and generally you have to keep all carbs low to be in ketosis. You're getting your body to in a kind of a starvation mode where it starts feeding off the fat of your body as opposed to feeding off the carbs you're taking in.
Well, I mean, I don't know much about it, so I can't really speak much. But I remember somebody else listening to somebody, and they were talking about how when you have a heavy sugar diet, your body usually burns something on a regular basis, but then it starts feeding off the energy of the sugar rather than the energy in like everything else. I don't know if it's true or not, but I was like, oh, that's an interesting point.
Well, whatever the hell they're talking about, you'd have to give me more details on, because that doesn't sound like anything I've heard of.
I didn't know.
Press enter.
Yeah, it's like during the last 4 days too, where like I decided to stop eating all that processed food. I also stopped eating bread. Wow, like I started to lose like a lot of weight after doing that.
Yeah, I haven't gotten rid of bread fully yet. I mean, I don't know if I want to do that, but I know that when I do, I'm gonna probably lose a ton of weight.
Yes, I think like I lost like 10 pounds in 4 days doing that.
Well, that's because a lot of our bread isn't good for you. Like, our bread has 0 nutritional value.
It's just designed for that.
Well, yeah. I've usually used bread as filler. So like I'll eat like a light breakfast and like a piece of toast, and the toast kind of helps even it out, so I have something to burn. Think of it kind of like a slower burn than everything else. So like the eggs, if I eat 3 eggs, I'm hungry in like 2 hours, and I'll be really hungry by lunch. But if I eat a piece of bread along with 3 eggs, it'll last me until 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, that kind of stuff.
Seek a way to access the fortress's cannons.
Front gate is inaccessible.
That's usually why I still eat bread. It's there to kind of be filling.
Travel beneath the Tyranid and up into the fortress.
If we are to cleanse the planet of Tyranid filth,
But I mean, honestly, I keep playing with the idea of like, what if I just get rid of all of it? What if I just get rid of the bread? And I hate doing that because bread actually is not bad for you. Bread is actually very good for you if it's good bread.
Yeah, the problem is there is no good bread here like in America.
Well, I mean, in reality, I don't think there's much good bread anywhere. According to like I forget what a study, like the nutritional value in bread across the world has dropped in nutrition by over 30% in like the past decade alone. So like the bread that people were eating 100 years ago was chock full of vitamins and nutrients, whereas the stuff that we're eating today is just completely stripped of everything. And I think part of that is like, I think it was the strain of wheat we're using has been modified because it grows more, but there's less stuff in it. So it's easier to grow, it's more hardy, but there's less. It's less good for you. Even like something like wheat bread, which has got more nutrients in it, it's still not as good for you. Why can't I shoot this?
Mayhaps. I'm not a wheat farmer. My family focuses on corn and soybeans.
Of course you focus on corn. Everybody in America focuses on corn.
Corn makes money.
Corn is also sweet, like naturally. Is delicious. Look, there's one thing true. There's nobody that doesn't love corn.
you honor me. Such a virtue.
Like, we love it so much, we'll run our cars.
Bullshit, motherfucker.
Tucker, are you gonna switch over to corn gasoline?
What?
Corn gas, are you gonna switch over to it?
No, I don't use E85.
Why do you not want to get with the times there?
Because E85 is actually terrible fuel efficiency.
You should live the corn life. You should eat your corn foods. You should
Dude, like E85 is like half the fuel efficiency of gas, like gasoline. No, E85 is dog shit. It's great for making power because it lower temperature of ignition, so you can run more timing and compression and other things depending on what your setup is, but it's awful for fuel efficiency.
Brothers, we need brothers. We don't need this.
Oh god, behind me!
With the Imperial. Fresh magazine in. Activating all specs advanced.
How
Okay, look up.
Codex well, but what of the scriptures?
I joined the Brother Captain in meditation most days. There was much faith I noticed as well.
There are many hours.
Of late, I've spent much of my time in the public area.
I should seek a chariot.
So what about alcohol as a fuel?
What about alcohol?
Yes, it can run me. It can run my car.
Yeah, like what about alcohol as a fuel?
Alcohol's not good for power either. It's less energy dense than gasoline.
Well, but they use like alcohol as a fuel for like certain race cars.
It's not just alcohol by itself.
I mean, yeah, well, what's in it?
Generally, like the crazy shit is like nitromethane. It's not like they're not running just like straight alcohol.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you can make alcohol in the backyard. I mean, I'm not like a chemist or anything, but could you make that in your backyard?
Make what in my
Yeah,
backyard?
you can make ethanol in your backyard.
Yeah, you can make that in your backyard. So then what's the point of the gasoline if I can just make my own fuel?
When you make moonshine, the first 2 glasses you get are going to be pure ethanol.
I've never made moonshine. I've never had the shine, the shine desire.
You got the feeling, boy.
What's up?
Well, I've never made it either. I still know what you got to do.
He's like, oh, I've never done it either. I've never hallucinated either.
Like, I swear there, sir, I definitely don't know that you want to have this kind of still and you want to run at this kind of temperature. I definitely know that you don't want to enjoy that, like, pineapple doesn't make for some fine
Pine shine!
That pitiful Xenos was but no horrid blight.
You got the Shinnin, boy.
shit.
Reloading.
Oh god! That was fast. Alright, the parries still get me. I keep forgetting what button to push.
Oh god! He wants to lick me. Get the fuck away.
Ow!
Father O'Reilly already did that enough. I don't need you.
Oh god.
Lord.
That's what he would say every time he held me under. Oh Lord. I gasped for air and he'd say, no. Let the Lord, let the Spirit of the Lord come within me.
Protect me from this boy's bottom.
Protect me from the temptation of this boy's bottom.
Exactly.
Oh Lord, you said
Help
lay
me,
not
adult.
with the women of this world, so instead I lay with the child.
Oh god.
Brothers, together we go. Ammunition here. The Imperium provides.
It's just
Swapping
sad. It makes me
magazine.
feel sad.
I love how my flaps on the top of my jetpack keep getting stuck folded up over.
Well, that's what they do.
I still like the fact that like our little leg plates would always like they would just do the most stupidest things.
You mean the little,
in
the little
conversation.
leg plates flare?
They would just get slowly more and more erect as like the captain was talking at points.
It's just like they're like at 180 or they're 90-degree angles to us. Just like here,
Yeah.
take off.
Like the captain would be talking like, we need to discuss the orbital bombardment of this location.
As
like,
my
yes,
flap.
Captain, I understand. As their leg plates just went from downwards to fully erect once he's talking about orbital bombardment.
Yes,
Mass
sir.
extermination of the local population. Oh, Lord Captain, you need say no more.
Sir, you have my attention and my erection. Ow. Hold on, I have a grenade launcher underneath this. Hold on, stand by.
Your
I've
command
just
of the
discovered he
necessities
has
of battle is
weapons.
admirable.
Fire,
I do not
gun
recognize
strike,
half the
zoom
passages
heavy,
you
zoom
This is
heavy,
a
lots of
movement
fire.
forward in the myth of intelligence.
I would be honored.
Practice temperance until then. It is a place of quiet.
Oh, okay, okay, all right, cool. I look. My aim button also does my secondary fire. I didn't know that, so I was like, hold on, how am I supposed to do this?
You gotta zoom.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
You got the zooms.
You got the zooms?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Euros.
Did you ever watch the online cat Zelda?
Changing magazine.
No?
That was one of the things, like, at least from my understanding, that was where, like, the zoomies thing came from, for the kitty cats. And she died recently. It was the kitty zoomies. Like, the owner of the account would, like, have rhymes every day talking about the cat, and it would just, like, do random pictures of the cat doing really random stuff, like I sat on my owner's head,
Shopping magazine.
he said it wasn't the bed, and then, like, you know, I don't know, I have to actually look it up, but it was really cool, but that cat died recently, unfortunately. Old kitty.
Where are we going? Where are you going?
I am looking for things.
We came from that direction.
Well, you never know. There might be thingies in this direction.
Stalwart resolve.
You're the only thingy in that direction.
Times. The waste reclamation entrance is directly
That's the nicest thing anyone ever said to me.
That's
The hive ships are moving into
Strike to the
range of
heart
the
of it.
Capillary Towers.
I can imagine
We are in
that.
Kadaku's final
I'm a thing.
hours.
I've been elevated in life.
Guardian Relic.
My resolve is
A
terrible.
lot of bones.
Kill that foe, lest it summon aid.
We must wade through wastes to punish the purity.
Oh god. Oh god.
Destroy the spore mine.
Okay. Running in, running in, running in, running in, running in, running in, running in. Just hit fire. Hit fire. Hit fire. Reload. Hit fire.
We are allies. See us fire. Shoot them, not me.
I really fucking hate those like little barbed wiry things that throw me
Bombs
around.
incoming.
So fucking annoying.
Get him.
Changing magazine.
Ooh, these little exploding fuckers.
Ah! Ah, get away from me.
Fresh magazine in.
I'm gonna die.
I'm okay with this.
Ow!
And make him safe. Brothers, extend a hand.
See, it's fine. I get the kill still because it wouldn't have helped you anyways.
You have my gratitude. So enthroned.
Behind us, behind us.
Believe me, believe.
We have a zone throw behind us. We have a zone throw behind us.
Full specs prime.
Ow!
Holy myth, get in here now. Crack the door.
Close the door.
Let's not close the door so much as go through the door.
The reclamation
That works too.
machines will be active.
Ah. Fucking fucks.
You might want to get in here.
Hold on, I'm killing this. Losing up here. Next one. This goes for another one.
Pathetic tyranny.
Ow!
You're unable to leave this room.
The wall of the consoles are awake.
Spending things.
Come on.
You're
Wow, there are just spore mines everywhere here.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Vessel detected. Sharing the divine blessings of the machine.
Oh god.
How the fuck did I get knocked out by shit I wasn't even in range of?
Come here, you. There we go.
Must remove it, brothers. Tyranny, pollution, and snares.
It's hacking the planet. Literally.
There must be spores
Okay.
nearby.
It says it infected the machines. Come here, you. I have to introduce you to my friend, the chainsaw.
Swapping magazine.
Die!
Magazine.
It's not murder if it's fun!
It's not snuggle struggle if we both are screaming.
Yeah. It's not bad if it's not fun.
These growth shall detain us no longer.
Listen, I'm doing you a favor.
I'm
No one
6.
else want to be near you anyways. You think I enjoy this? No.
Changing magazine.
How do I get this thing up?
Unregistered biological matter present.
What are you trying to get on? Just shoot it.
Again, I'm still thinking about the whole Shinji thing, man. It still gets me,
I guess Austin's where we need to be.
I guess.
I don't know. I'm just trying to find the invasive material. There's a lot of invasive material here, man.
I find if I just swing a hammer around a lot, it all goes away.
It's like, well, if I just keep killing
Everything's a nail if you hit it hard enough.
That's true.
Like, what about my finger bone? Yes, well, Timmy, your finger bone can be a nail too if you hit it hard enough.
Yep, if I hit it at the right angle, it will go somewhere. It will do things.
Unregistered biological
Well.
matter present.
You might not like where it's gonna go. You might not like how it's gonna feel, but by golly gee willikers.
These growth shall detain us no longer.
Now we get 2 energy per
No
minute.
longer detected. System accessible. Resume communion with the console's
This
ministers.
is gay.
Communion established. Transmission of blessing has commenced.
I am running dangerously low on ammunition. So
You can still go to the ammunition box.
where is that?
Where we came in.
That's where we came in.
Ah, so I have to just fight through all the Tyranids.
No, it's fine.
Of course it is. I mean,
They're friendly.
yeah, obviously.
They just want pets.
Alright, first off, if I could have my own pet Tyranid, I'd probably do it.
Okay.
Think about it. Like, if
would look
if
at
I
you
get
the
No, I don't want to think about bad ideas.
if I get angry enough, I can just go. All I have to do is let Freddy go, and everyone will die in 10 years. There will be nothing left. Like, Freddy just has to get angry for 5 minutes and go murder people, and a lot of my problems go away. Yeah, I'll go away too, but I know they'll go away too. Like, there is a logic here. It's psychotic, but there's a logic here.
Minister, do not stray from the console during
And look, it would help the economy. Think of all
Think
the
of the
jobs
job
that'll
pool.
create. Yeah. See, it's the broken windows thing. If we just keep breaking windows, people will become window fixers.
Yeah.
That's the justification for crime. I don't know why that ever, like, the fact that somebody says that, hey, look, the crime helps the economy is like the most stupid, like, intellectual bullshit I think I've ever heard in my life. Like, hey,
anybody
criminals...
says that lives in California.
Well, no, this is an actual theory, like, placed forward by people, and one of them it's a common thing, broken windows theory. That, hey, yeah, like, whenever crime happens, it helps the economy. And, like, there's examples where it does. I'm like, yeah, it does, because now you gotta spend money to fix this stuff that was broken or stolen. Absolutely. It's good to do that, but, like, the stolen money and the stolen time isn't great.
That awesome, Jesus Christ.
Subterranean sea. Show-swapping magazine.
Boom!
I'm gonna steal from you, Austin.
I will steal from you every day, all day. Your kills are my kills, and my kills are mine.
Your kills are my kills, and my kills
You can
are
get out
my
of here, you
kills.
communist.
No, I'm a Stalinist. Everything you own belongs to the party, and I am the party. And everything the party owns belongs to it itself.
The more we kill together, the more we kill together, the happier we'll be. Because my
Define
kills
happy.
are your kills, and your kills are my kills.
I don't fucking remember all those episodes anymore.
Changing magazine.
Last mag for me.
Oh, that is a sad reality when you learn that the end scene for All Dogs Go to Heaven, where the guy's telling the girl goodbye the last time, is actually the guy learning that the girl who's the voice actress for the child is actually dead.
Oh wait, what?
The girl died, like, during the production of the film. The voice of the little girl.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. No, she was murdered by like her dad or whatever.
Yeah, she was
Something like that, yeah.
God, like I didn't know that was actually like the voice actor saying goodbye to her.
Yeah, that he learned about that. I think it was supposed to be like the day he walked into the game.
Jeez.
And so like they're just like, yeah, so like you're like the co-star, the girl that like was there with you that was like always recording the lines. Yeah, she's dead. Do you have any words you'd like to tell her before? Like put like the emotion into like your voice acting. Right
Good God.
Be ready.
Which is the reason why if you watch it, like why he seems really actually upset, the voice actor does, when he's saying goodbye, is because he actually is like depressed and it's like holding back crying.
Yeah, I'd be too. Hey, your coworker's dead.
Not just your coworker, but I think he was actually like really attached to the kid too. Like he basically viewed her as like his own daughter.
I mean, like, you know, when you work with like anybody for a little while, even little kids, if you work with a little bit, yeah, you're gonna get attached to them. Cause like, yeah, no, kids have this insane ability to be like, hey, I don't know anything, and it's like, yeah, you don't, and that's okay. Like, actually, can you please just, you know, not know what I know? Like, the world is a dark and scary place.
Ammunition cache here.
Yeah, the actor in question was Burt Reynolds.
Oh, so that makes it even better, honestly. Like,
No, Burt Reynolds is the voice of Charlie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Burt Reynolds, from my understanding, is a good guy. Or was.
Or was.
Was, yeah, sorry, was. I keep forgetting that he's dead.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like he was until he did eat some people.
No.
No,
he died.
he's
like,
not
what, 2
he's
years
not
ago?
that. Yeah, he died a few years ago.
Yeah. But, I mean, everything that I know of him in, like, I was told that he's a pretty good dude. I don't know much about him, though. Like, I was introduced to Burt Reynolds in Archer.
Changing magazine.
Like, and that's it. Like, he was a cameo in Archer, and I was like, oh, who's Burt Reynolds? I was like, oh, he was... Well, I didn't know... He wasn't my generation. I didn't know anything about him.
Releasing crack grenade. Releasing frag grenade. Xenos infestation.
I think they exploded.
They exploded a lot.
Reloading.
Fucking sniping bitch.
You're
Ow!
Neurothroat sighted.
throw down the grenade and let me blow it up.
Fresh magazine.
Go.
In.
That link will take us directly to the pyramid and to the cannons.
Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it, shoot it.
I'd love to, except for these fucking...
No big Goombas? No big Goombas.
He screamed at me and I almost died.
He screamed at me and I kinda liked it.
I screamed a girl and I liked it. I'm dead. Oh, that's right, hold on. I have my own little revive tool.
I'm getting bullshitted. Yep, I'm fucking down.
Brother, I am coming! All over your face!
We're fucking stuck in a goddamn corner, couldn't move.
Breathe and find strength.
I fucking hate whoever designed that
You mean the hive mind?
movie. No, like who like the Neurothrope has so many unavoidable attacks. Like it just screams and now you just take damage and you're stunned and you can't move and they target you with lightning strike.
To be fair, it's a psychic thing.
Engaging. Yeah, but like you should still have like a way to dodge it so like if you're dying you're not just dead. Like, there's a difference between, like, you know, gameplay mechanics and actually, like, what's supposed to be in lore. And, like, some things should make their way over, but not at the expense of, you know, gameplay.
Scanning. Fresh magazine. You will not fall.
Motherfucker.
Go down! Thank you! Get him, get him, get him, get him!
Remain at him. Our orders do not include. A neural throat cannot be a high pass. There is plenty of this presence.
Justice friends, assemble! You know, there is one thing I wish that they would let us do, which is get do a fighting evacuation.
You're close. They are amassing at the
Like, hey, you need to get back on the Thunderhawk now.
We will eliminate all of them.
You know, like just the last stand where you're like, okay, you have to wait for 2 minutes for the Thunderhawk.
Helldivers 2 before decay.
Yeah, well, I told you that's what I would love it for. I would love like Helldivers 2 to be that. Like, hey, you have to get on the Thunderhawk now.
Like, make us Spaz Marines and just, you know, we're
Yeah.
just fighting over planets.
Picking up extra rounds.
The carrion
I
provides.
think it'd be cool. It would add like an extra layer of like, yeah, we're gonna make it, you know, because that's what Helldivers does a really good job of. It's like, hey, here's the super awesome, like the superhero music, you know. You get to shoot that one talking.
That one only counts as one.
I like how the Imperium looks at that and goes, ah, it's just a big target. That's fine. We can shoot that with enough lasers.
I mean, technically, yes.
And they're not wrong. I'm just saying.
Swapping magazine.
I will say though, like one thing that Helldivers 2 does amazingly well is it creates very cinematic like moments.
It really does.
Like I love seeing all those like posts on like Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or whatever. Whereas like you would see people turn to like professional voice actors in movies for like short periods of time.
Yeah.
like they'd be talking like they're like in Vietnam or something like that. It's like, tell my wife I won't make it. You're like, player A, no, get back here. There's like bombs and everything like that falls around and blowing everything up.
It's good.
I love getting shot through fucking like terrain. It's awesome.
This is the game for you though. Cannon, turn on.
Activate the weapons console.
Defensive cannons active.
Hello.
Targeting system non-functional. Initializing secondary system.
We can't target anything. Why? Because we can't. It's really big. You can just aim in its general direction. I'm sure you'll hit.
As you aim, the surface
I'm protecting Austin.
target to the system. Radio missile steady.
Alright, Austin, we gotta protect you for reasons unknown.
Oh, I have to fire this?
What, it's your pistol?
Yes. My pistol is all that is powerful.
Move!
Oh, fuck.
Austin, I suggest a new strategy. Let the Wookiee win.
Let the Tyranid win.
Why am I taking damage from shit that's not hitting me?
It's poison on the ground.
Not where I'm at. I literally run out of my way to get out of range of this shit.
You know, I do have to wonder though, how many more games are actually being made in the flavor of Helldivers 2 after how wildly popular it was.
Oh, not many. I think a lot of people saw that game and then saw the controversy surrounding it and said, nope, we're not doing that. Plus, what are you going to do that's going to be better than Helldivers 2? So, if you're going to do an extraction shooter like that, which, again, I would say there's a lot of different places. Like, imagine a Judge Dredd extraction shooter. Like, how cool would that be? I guarantee you're never going to see it. Or how about a Star Wars, like a Stormtrooper extraction shooter? Or a Rebel Trooper extraction shooter? You're never going to see it. I don't think anybody is going to be smart enough to realize, hey, this could be a really good idea.
Aren't you done yet, Austin?
No. It's got big Boombas.
I would like to believe that we'll see more extraction shooters like Helldivers 2, but I doubt it. I really do. I mean, unless you've got Space Marine right here too. Like Space Marine, I think took Helldivers 2's place in many respects. And then you have, what do you have? You have, what is it? The extraction shooter for Starship Troopers, which I think is really good. I would like to play it. I'm coming, Austin. I'm coming. You're not getting me. I'm not coming. I'm not gay.
Damn straight you're not coming.
I'm about to drop.
Spin the wheel of madness.
Drop and roll, motherfucker.
Fortress control has been disrupted.
I like how the way they charge their batteries is you spin the wheel.
System link has
Yeah,
been
just spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
Until all batteries charge.
I mean, it's not a bad way to charge a battery. Did we win?
And shoot it.
Tyranid Titan is defeated. You can target the towers, Captain. Take the shot on those damn towers and unleash divine retribution. Let us make sure the Tyranids choke on their meal.
Wait, why did we have to do all that before we did this?
How does that work?
We have to destroy the thing on the ground before you shoot the thing in the air. Why?
Reasons.
Reason.
I guess you can kind of argue they didn't want it to turn around and destroy those guns later.
Yeah, but that was one shot.
Yeah. Maybe it took a really long time to charge up, alright? We just sped up the after footage by times 100.
I guess. Oh man. Victory! We did it, boys!
Oh, look at me go.
We're heroes or something. I keep getting Mark 10 Tacticus parts, but never anything substantial.
That's what she said.
I don't know what that means.
She never got anything substantial.
I don't know what that means.
Keeps asking, is it in yet?
I've never had that happen.
Liar.
Okay. Is that a normal thing to have someone ask?
Sure, Slay Queen.
Yeah. Sure. All right. Cool. I don't know. I don't know.
One of those.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I
Black Hills.
think I'm gonna go to bed.
No.
Yes.
No.
I have to work tomorrow, yes.
That's true.
Wow, you're fucking lame.
I know, right?
What?
I said, wow, you're fucking lame having to work on a weekend.
Not right.
Yeah, I mean, I get overtime for it, but it needs to be
That's
done.
better.
Wait. Plasma incinerator. Alright, standard issue bolt rifle. No, we want the. It's the heavy bolt rifle.
I will see you tomorrow.
Take it, bud.
Adios.
Let's see here.
Appearances.
Alright, so how do we get the purple ones? The purple tier stuff. I don't know how to do that.
Purple tier?
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, first we have, you gotta rank it up to get past Master Crafted. So you gotta rank that up to get to Artificer.
They'll rank what up? I don't understand.
Your weapons have ranks, right? So
Yeah.
you gotta rank up your Standard, then you gotta rank up to Master Crafted, and then you gotta collect 7,500 experience, I think it is, to get up to Artificer.
Well, I mean, but I have all that. So I've got my bolt pistol.
Then you need a purple.
Well, yeah. How do I get the purple ship or whatever?
I think we have to do really hard missions or something.
Oh, is that what it is? I'm locked at this tier until we get to the harder missions.
I think so.
That's fair. That's fair.
If I had to guess, that's probably what they're doing.
Okay.
Like, chances are they want you to, you know, that makes sense. Is that they want you to beat all the missions on easy to normal, and then once you've done that, then they want you to go up a rank, and then what rank are we on? Like, we're probably on, like, normal. We're probably on, like, 2 out of 4. And they want you to do the next one. And then to get the gold, they probably want you to unlock it at the hardest difficulty. If not, going up even more rank, if there's like a 5th rank. I don't know.
They want you to spend more money.
Yes. Spend all of your money. Give them all of it. Yes.
Which reminds me, edit armor.
I can be the Genesis. The Libators? I could become the Libators.
The Libators?
No, the Libators.
Alright. Alright, whatever. Hold on, do I have any more? Alright, I've unlocked all them. I now have unlocked all the Imperial Fists. Oh, damn it, I was supposed to... Okay, I need to ask Fokker what his favorite battle mech is.
I could become the Night Lords.
What's your favorite mech, Austin?
From what? Like just in general, or
BattleTech.
I don't really know that much about BattleTech, so like I played the game. I'm like, Stompy Mech go Stompy Stomp.
Yes, which is appropriate. That is what it does.
Like, that's so funny. Stompy go Stomp.
Yeah, Stompy Mech go Stomp Stomp.
Okay, Caradons are halfway adorable.
A what?
Like changing up my heraldry to not be the Minotaurs.
See, I'm just old. I am original Sin, Dark Angels, man. Although I don't have all the colors, so I can't do it quite right. Like, if they wanted to make me very happy, they would let me do like Heresy era armor. It's like
They might later.
No, they won't. Heresy era is not gonna be good, because then they have to change the textures and the lighting and all the fun stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Maybe a helmet, but that's it. Like the pimple helmet, you know.
Complete Inferno ballistic engine decapitation box. Lethal difficulty. Wow.
Lethal difficulty.
It's fucking horrifying.
Yes. That's what it's supposed to be.
I don't like things that are horrifying.
Brother, we have one last mission before the night is over.
I'm coming. I'm playing Barbie dress up.
I know. It's fun.
This, I gotta dress up my Barbie appropriately. I'm an army girl in an army world. You can take me anywhere.
Hey man, I'm just saying, there are people that I know that have gone on deployment and, like, you know, those is it adopt a soldier thing? Where, like, kids would send soldiers, like, Beanie Babies and whatnot, and there was a guy that I think I met, and he had, I think it was a Beanie Baby is what he got. It was like a raccoon Beanie Baby. It was this little girl's favorite Beanie Baby, and she said, "I hope he keeps you safe." And he's like, I got yelled at by my superior officer for taking him on patrol, and damn it, he went on every patrol. Like, you could not tear him away from me. And I think at one point, like, his his company commander was yelling at everybody, and his direct officer had to intervene, being like, "You can't do that. Like, let the people have their stuff."
Listen, like, if I'm not a Beanie Baby fan, but if I had a raccoon Beanie Baby, I would wear it.
Well, if I had a raccoon Beanie Baby and I was in deployment into a freaking litter box, I would definitely keep it. But then, like, a bunch of other people were talking about, oh yeah, somebody sent me, like, a Barbie doll or whatever, and he was always tucked in my bag. Because, yeah, even though
It was always tucked in my bag.
Well, because even if they didn't like it, right? It was the fact that somebody had bothered to give it to them, and it was something that kind of reminded them of home, you know?
I suppose.
Swapping magazine.
And then they could sit there on those long, lonely deployment nights and stare at it longingly.
This isn't like the freaking pony in the jar thing.
You're right, it's the pony in the sand.
Oh god.
I wonder how many bronies were ever deployed in because of that.
It's terrible. I hate this conversation.
Like, all they have here on open deployment is long hours of the night to stare at is just a brony, a pony thing, and they're just like, I'm not necessarily turned on by this, but I have to look at something. Like, I like imagination, so I gotta look at something. It's better than sand, so I guess you'll have to do there, Fluttershy.
Grenade!
What do you think it would be? Do you think it would be a Rainbow Dash, a Fluttershy,
I don't even know.
a Pinkie Pie?
I don't even know.
How do I know these names?
I don't know why you know these names. I don't know any of this stuff.
Why is this engraved into my mind?
I'm down.
Why do I know this?
So I
don't like that I know this.
I did turn up the difficulty by 1 tick.
Fuck you.
What? You said I need purples.
Fuck you.
I'm running out of ammo.
This
Good
game's
lord.
an excessive number of enemies. I wonder why.
But the impressive part is the part where like I'm now already out of ammo.
Changing magazine.
Stop that thing from calling for fucking reinforcements!
Okay.
Oh, we're fucked. It's game over, man.
Respects
Game over, man. Game
I
over.
will not yield to these wolves.
Ow. I'm down. I'm dead.
Yeah, we're fucked.
See, the thing is that you can withstand melee attacks, or not melee,
Range?
ranged attacks. I can't, so... That actually gives you a really, really good advantage. You can't get hurt in range.
Our banner of its unfurled.
Dude, how did you get that pistol?
It's free.
It is?
Yeah, the Volkite pistol's free. Yeah, it's one of the it's one of the upgrade pass things.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they like when they're if you look at the not like the season pass, but like you know the development log. They talked about like adding new like enemies and like new weapons. This is one of the new weapons they added.
Oh, interesting. I've never used it, so I don't even see it in my inventory. I don't think.
Back into the fray.
It might only be for certain classes.
Yeah, because the TAC Marine only has the standard pistol.
That's probably the thing.
Silence that vermin soul, the more of its
Okay,
foul
like-
breath. Rearming.
What's up?
No.
Data slate.
To be Munitorum regulation compliant, we needed to relocate ordnance by 20 meters. 5-minute task. We heard Xenos were on world, but our sector was quiet. Wolseley went first. All I saw was shredded flesh, blood, bloody cows spouting. I think it was a swing of rivers. For some reason it reminded me of a bird's nest. Yeah, me 2015 credits. Xenos were busy unraveling Wolseley.
Yes, like on this difficulty, I don't care what is happening to you. We need to target them whenever they start screaming.
No, I don't blame you. I'm not against it. Hold on.
The moment they start to fucking spin, you need to just be like, yep, you died now.
Mercy. Promise I'll stop before that vermin tore him up. Hey, that bomb's got a shelter.
Why?
Regulation
I
compliant.
did nothing wrong. Why anyway?
Specs engaged.
Get him! Ow! Ow!
Relief rallies to the front.
Mortal wound. Yeah.
Yeah!
Pathetic tyranny.
Yeah! Come on, buddy.
Swapping magazine.
Dead.
You are fertilizer now, Seados.
Last mag for me. Ow!
Lictor has us in its sights.
Dodge, dodge, dodge.
Force ready to scan.
Kill it now. Kill it now. Kill the fire. Dance on the ashes. Murder everything it's ever loved.
Yeah, yell for reinforcements now that you got your freaking stomach pumped. Ow, ow, ow.
Abort it and all of its children.
Can't abort children.
We can perform a late term abortion. A Carnifex.
Oh, good. Good. Ow! Nope. Nope.
Beam injection administered. Reloading.
Ammo. I really need some ammo. Ow, this is burning through all my health.
Fuck, there's so much HP on these things.
I'm down.
If I fall, take the chapter's
This
due.
is our little body friend trying to help you.
He is.
Brotherhood prevails. Changing magazine.
But my main thing is I need ammo. I can't really do much without ammo.
Medical. Well, fuck you, bot. There's no shame in needing assistance. Yes, there is. If I need assistance from a bot, I feel shame.
Ow. Oh, good. Ammo crate.
Fresh munitions. Injecting stims. Rearming.
Ah, card effects. I'm in a melee animation. You can't hurt me now.
Come on, you.
Changing magazine. Activating all specs advanced.
Oh God.
Dropping magazine.
I was just staying alive.
I am wounded but unbroken.
Oh, I'm gonna
Even
die
without
too.
my brothers, I shall remain resolute and defiant.
Do you have to die? Or could you just like stay alive?
I'm gonna die. That's not really much of a question. Oh yeah, no, I'm gonna die. Oh God, no!
Fresh magazine.
Well, luckily, a Dr. Maladio has decided to join.
Oh yeah, I'm not the last person standing anymore.
Reloading.
See, the funny part is this guy is probably looking at me and being like, aha, he knows that he's a tank. He should be fighting the big things.
I'm down. I'm dead.
Joke.
Retribution.
Ah, this is Man with Big Knife. He's Crocodile Dundee.
Yes. Shit. Holy fuck.
You know, if anything, I really hope this encourages people to make more space, like Star Wars, or not Star Wars. Good Lord, I'm tired. Warhammer games, like
More Space Marine?
Yeah,
Or
more
Star
Space
Wars?
Marine games, more Star Wars, more Space Marine. No. Like, I really hope it does, do what you said, where like, okay, you'll get more extraction shooters like this. Like, I would love to play kind of a over-the-top Gears of War style, like Death Hulk game. Like maybe a little bit slower combat, where you're not that fast, but over the shoulder, you get to see all the horrible things that you can do to people. Power fantasy stuff.
Everyone likes acknowledging what they're doing to the aliens. No one wants to talk about it. They always like watching the aliens get eviscerated. No one wants to talk about what kind of net. Oh, fuck.
Changing magazine.
What are you talking about that? I died to that.
Push your fire, brother.
I'm down.
Help me to my feet.
Yeah.
No one wants to acknowledge what you said.
I don't really know anymore. I'm kind of just tired, so I'm kind of just rambling.
I heard something about the Olympics.
Yeah, the Olympics, man. Definitely the Olympics.
Rearming.
The Olympics. I like watching that one Australian lady breakdance. That was really cool.
I never actually saw it, so I don't know. I know that she broke dance very terribly.
Yeah, it was the height of breakdancing fashion.
I don't believe you.
Like, I'm not a breakdancer,
Well, I mean,
but I think that was the best a breakdancer could ever be.
Well, remember, like the Olympics originally was supposed to be something very different than it is today. I mean, like, the Olympics was never supposed to be professional athletes.
Everything was supposed to be very different from today.
Well, yeah, but like the Olympics was never supposed to be professional athletes. It was never supposed to be people that were trained from birth to do a singular task. It's supposed to be just random people competing in good faith. Like, that was what it was.
Reloading.
So,
See,
like,
look, a purple.
oh, really?
Specs
You got a purple?
primed.
I got purple.
Oh, hell yeah. I didn't see it, so hopefully I get it.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's
I mean, look at today's bodybuilders, for example.
First waypoint ahead. Let us enter
Like
the
boxing, MMA fights, all that kind of shit. Like, they're ripped as fuck. Like, they have, like, their veins are popping out of their body and shit like that. If you go back and you look at, like, what boxing used to be, they look just like normal people.
Yeah.
They didn't look like super buff or ripped or anything like that. They were just... It was just John, who, like, literally likes, like, getting into fights. He decided to sign up to the boxing arena, and he made it all the way to the end.
Talassa, you need to acquire the Astra-Military demolition codes required to deploy and arm their ordnance.
No, I agree. Well, I mean, you didn't have, like, the professional athlete in
Live
the
or otherwise.
Like,
Not even
hell.
just professional athlete, but just like the degree at which they go. Like for all of it, right? Like people who have toned your body to the absolute limits of like what can even be done.
Yep.
And like the fact that it's gotten to be like such a big thing.
What up, Mr. Guns and Knives? No, I agree. But, like, you know, the Olympics itself is never supposed to be a bunch of professional athletes. It's supposed to be just regular people. And, you know, and, like, the idea that you'd be making tons of money off of it is also kind of anathema. And that's kind of a relatively new thing. Hello, Mr. Guns and Knives. What up? You joined us for the very last mission, and we've covered 1,000 topics that we probably should never have touched on.
Rearming.
Hell, this might even be our last time we've actually playing this game if it keeps jacking it on us.
Like what forbidden topics are we talking about? I really don't know.
I thought we brushed a couple topics. They're like, oh, maybe that's not our... No, I guess we didn't. I guess I'm getting so tired. I thought we were talking about something else. I don't know.
No, like I don't think we talked about any like forbidden things.
Oh, we should probably do that at least once. I mean, like, what's the fun?
Yeah, this isn't a true mystery if we're not talking about, you know, like the age of consent or something.
What is the age of consent? What should it be? Whatever
Well,
it is now.
if we go by Thailand or something like that,
Oh, you
a
mean
ripe old 12 years is a
God.
fine age.
Guns and Knives says, oh, it's Friday. You can go for a few more hours now. I gotta get up early tomorrow. And I'm not feeling 100% good either, although I'm not gonna lie, I'm surprised I lasted as long as I have. Get them all!
Fuck. Oh, thank God he's broken.
Like, I like that we have
Scout
to
was
just
never
deploy
important.
everything at the very beginning. Because, like, we get the bum rush.
Like, scouts were never important during the last games. Like, easy and mid difficulty. Like, scouts are not that important. And then you get to, like, late game, and you're just like, wow, if you don't have one person playing scout, you are completely fucked.
I don't know what scouts do, so...
Fresh magazine in.
They're the snipers.
I thought that was
So
the stalker
Doctor, right?
bolter for it.
No. So the Stalker Bolter is like it's just like mid-range.
Swapping magazine.
Like, whereas the Scout gets like the a las cannon and shit like that.
That's OP. Go away.
Reloading.
The confetti mines are dead. Go down! Oh god, I'm almost out of ammo. I also can't see anything. Get it! Don't you dare speak without my
Like the
without
Mark
my
of
permission.
Judea, motherfucker, like over here.
Mark of
It's the Mark of Judea.
The Mark of Judea. What the hell is that?
Yeah,
I don't know. That sounds like something like Jewishy. I don't fucking know.
I have no idea what that is.
I don't know either. All right, I'm tired.
It's like I was like, so he's got a Davidic star or something.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what we can do. We want to get banned off Twitch. Let's talk about like the history of the Star of David.
All right, we should talk about the 13th tribe.
Oh God.
The 13th tribe. I love. Do you know how much problem the 13th tribe has caused history?
Be more specific.
Like the fabled, mythical 13th tribe that doesn't fucking exist, that everyone keeps looking at and just loses their fucking mind over throughout history.
Remind me, why do people care?
Why? I mean, like, I don't really care, but like, it's just something you'll see like over and over again. Like, supposedly, like, when the Spanish arrived along the coast of the New World, and they found the Aztecs, eventually they started to think that because of the, what is it? Teotihuacan, I think it is called, or the flayed god. The Aztecs supposedly had this ritual like they would cut off like cactuses, like penises, and they would sacrifice it to them, and then they would skin the guy and wear their skin. They thought they were Jewish because of that, and so they thought that, like, the Aztecs were descendants of the 13th tribe of Judea. From what I understand.
You know, there are some very weird things that, like, if you look in the Bible, that Jews, like, what God tells the Jews to do versus what they do, or what they did, and they're very different. Like, it's very interesting. Now, I'm not saying that to be mean. Obviously, nobody's perfect. That's kind of the point. But, like, there's some very weird practices that they picked up from their neighbors that are just like, wow, that's fucking dark, man. Like,
I mean, I would like to point out, was it the Jews? I mean, the proto-Jews, because you gotta remember too, the Jewish religion evolved several times. Like, remember, they were originally referred to as the Canaanites.
well, no, so the Canaanites were their enemies, and then they adopted the Canaanite religion.
Yeah. So, like, there was, for example, the bulls. They would take newborn children and throw them into the bronze bull.
Oh yeah, well, it's not that they did that. What they would do is they would eventually worship Moloch.
Yeah, that's it.
And so what they would do is they would actually do something even worse. They would have the golden calf with the hands, and the hands essentially were a slide of just fire. And so, oh god, I'm gonna die.
Destroy our fucking Jenny too.
And so what they would do is that they would actually end up, oh god, I'm dead.
God,
I'm dead. So what they would do is they would light a fire under a brazier underneath the hands, and as the hands got so hot, they would then place newborn babies on it, and as the baby would scream, its back would burn off and slide into the fire.
As one does, you know.
And that's whenever I look at them and I'm like, you know what? There's a reason God judged y'all so harshly. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
If this be my end, let it be
Critical system failure has occurred.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of things about that particular religion that once you really start to learn, they start to, like you start to look at them and going, huh?
That's a horrific thing to imagine. Guns and Knives, this is not my imagination, this is fact. The thing is, like, there's a reason why in the Bible, God tells the Jews to murder everyone around them. Because if they don't, they will adopt the very things that God hates. And I don't care what freaking religion you have, murdering babies via that is, it's terrible. And the fact that they adopted it is just, like, I have a hard time, like, even believing that. It's just like, it's so, like, imagine saying, no, here's this God that talks to you, but no, you could go sacrifice your newborn child to this altar. It's like, but why? Why would I do that? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
It could be kind of fun.
It could be kind of fun, he says. No. We're gonna call it a night here. So I'm gonna quit here. But no,
Oh, or the fact that they believe them, like, I believe it's still written like the little testimony thing that they are the heirs to the world and that the rest of the world is their slaves.
no, that's the Talmud.
Waiting.
That's the Talmud.
That's the
That's not.
Talmud.
Yeah, that's the Talmud. So
Okay.
so after the fall of Israel, you have a splitting of the kingdom, and the kingdom is the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom. Now, don't quote me. I think the northern kingdom is the one that's not the line of David, and the southern kingdom is. And so the thing is that God blesses in the Bible. God blesses the line of David, and that's the line where the Jesus comes from and all that fun stuff. The northern tribes go full on psycho. They go full on insane, and eventually they form what you would call like the modern day Jewish organizations, like the Ashkenazi Jews. The Jews that you know of today were the ones from the northern tribes. The southern tribes are the ones that they still had a lot of unbelievers in them, but they at least have a remnant of people that are still, Bible believing Jews. Those are the Jews you really don't hear about today. The Talmud is written as an offshoot of Judaism, and it is very Jewish centric. It has a bunch of, things in there that don't really mesh or fit with the rest of the Bible, and a lot of it comes down to Jewish supremacy, like anything
Well,
involving
the Bible and the Jewish are two different things too.
okay, fine. But yeah, but like the thing is the original, let's say the traditional Jewish Bible, like the Torah, because it's not just the Torah. The Torah is the book of the laws, right? You have the first 5 books where you have the Genesis, which is the beginning, Exodus, the exit, Leviticus, the book of rules and laws, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. Yeah, each one of them serves a purpose, and it's not just they were put in that order. No, each of them has a focus. So like the Genesis is the origination of man and sin and all this stuff, and then Exodus is when they were taken out of Egypt and those stories. Then like Leviticus is Leviticus is because Numbers is the book of the laws, and same as Deuteronomy. This has been a long time since I've actually looked at this stuff, but like each of them has a specific function, and if you look in the the old Hebrew language, there's a purpose for each of the words. It's just that in English, they don't translate very well. So like with Genesis, right? It's the beginning, right? So the book is called The Beginning, right? That's what it's literally called. It's just that we call it from its Latin term, which is Genesis, right? Mm-hmm. Exodus means the exit. So the book is called not like in a fancy word. It's just called The Exit in Hebrew, if I'm not mistaken. So like it tells you what it is. Like literally, it's not a fancy word. It's not a Latin root. It's just straight up. The book is called the literal thing that it is. Think of it like German. Here's armored car with cannon on top. That kind of stuff. The traditional Jewish Bible was the Torah plus the other books. When I say the Jewish Bible, I'm referencing that. The Talmud is this stuff on top of it, and it's the stuff that Jesus literally comes back and tells them, "You guys, that's not what God told you to do." Now, of course, the Talmud wasn't written then. It's after Jesus dies that the Talmud is written, and essentially it is one giant butthurt book about how Jesus told them that they were sinners, which is funny because their entire Bible tells them that. It's like, well, yeah, God says it, but this guy said it, and that's too far. Oh, he helped people? Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That's always the funny part. Is there's actually a part in the Bible where like the Christian Bible where literally Jesus is in the Garden of Gethsemane, and Jesus literally says, you couldn't find the balls to come get me in the day, so of course you come at me in the night like a thief. Like, because you know that if you did this during the day, they would mob and murder you. Like, everyone would. You're cowardly as you are spineless. And it's just like, yeah. It's like, God dang it. He goes, why does it feel like some things never change? Ugh.
See, I do find the Jewish religion interesting because if I remember right, I don't remember what the exact guy was, but the whole idea of the Jewish religion, though, there's basically this theory that Jesus was the prophesied savior of their entire religion, because you have the literal guy, you
Yeah,
have
it's
the
called
guy who was
Christianity.
considered the greatest. Well, yes, but you have the well, yeah, but like the Jewish people widely believe that Jesus wasn't actually like the savior.
It's
Like he
actually
was like a betrayer.
well, so that's the Talmud. So that's what the Talmud
Yes.
says, and that's when you have. That's what I'm saying. There's two different sects of Judaism if you want to look at that, and I forget the different names. But the tribes that are in the Middle East, um, the tribes of the Middle East are mostly they're kind of like the remnants of the Northern Kingdom, and then the ones that are in Egypt and like the African nations. I think there's Jews there. They more believe just what the Torah and the Old Testament say,
Hmm.
and so they're the more traditional God fearing Jews, which is why you'll see like in America we experience the Middle Eastern Jews. I'm using a very broad brush for that, which is why you'll see like in New York they'll have these stupid fucking rules that are just so asinine, and they play games with their own belief system because they think they're smarter than the God that they claim to worship. We're like, oh, you can't carry anything in your pockets outside your home on the Sabbath day. Okay, so what is my home? Okay, my home is the place that I live in. Therefore, if I can set up a territory where all of this is my home, even if it's public property, then it's I can carry stuff in my pockets. And that's why like you'll see these like fish line on these hooks, and they are very like it's very important those fish lines are on there because that tells God that that's their home. And even if
Yes.
you're in the way that they view it is that if your home is in that line, that's their property, not yours. Like this is the stupid links they go to. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I really am. But like, it is so asinine to believe this. Like, you can't just be bothered to do what it says by your own rules. By the way, that rule doesn't exist in the Bible. That rule of not carrying things in your pockets or whatever. Like I'm paraphrasing. That rule doesn't exist. It only exists in the Talmud. It's a rule they made up. In order to bypass their own rules, they do that. And I'm like, oh my God, why are you people just why are you people? Just why? Like,
Why? Because why not?
well, there's the
How
argument.
else would we be this inconvenient and wildly inconsistent?
Well, like it's the same thing with the tunnels, right? The really weird New York tunnels.
Ah, the tunnels.
Yeah,
Everyone's favorite conversation
let's not
piece.
talk about the tunnels because I don't feel like getting shot in my sleep or smothered. In the last days, Israel will be destroyed, and only a third of the Jews will survive, and that third will accept Jesus as the Messiah and be saved. See, here's the thing: in the last days, it says every knee shall bow and every tongue will confess. That's the thing that people kind of tend to forget. It's not just those that will believe; it's everybody. Like,
Like essentially,
and that doesn't mean that you're saved. It just means that you will acknowledge it. Like that's kind of the important part. That's the end.
yeah, it's like there's a burning comet heading towards the planet, like burning like a hole as it's coming right towards you. You kind of have to look at it and go, huh?
Well,
I didn't believe it before, but now I kind of believe it.
well, no. It's a matter of the fact that like when what was it? Like, jeez, okay. Let me remember what this is. Oh, jeez, let me dig to the confines of my brain. So Jesus comes down, and essentially, like, I can't remember if it's before or after, but like, there will basically be mass death on a level that has never been seen before. Those that believe will be spared. Those that are non-believers will not be spared. And okay, this has to happen afterward. This has to happen afterwards. But before that happens, the statement is that like every knee will bow, every tongue confesses. Whether you are a member of the chosen or not, you will confess. You will acknowledge, and then you will be punished. I think that's how it goes. don't quote me on it. I'm not looking at it right now. It's been a long time since I've looked at that stuff. But it's
No, I shall quote you.
but it's also like there's like the descriptions in there are really really graphic. Like I mean, there's a section where it literally says that there will be so much blood that it will come up to a horse's bridle. Like there will be people that will be drowning in the amount of blood that will be all over the earth. I was like, jeez, man, like that's a lot of freaking blood.
Like that is an impressive amount of blood.
Well, because
I don't think there's enough blood in the world.
well, the thing is that the way it's described is that it's like it will essentially be putting people through a wine press. So the idea is that you will have your blood drained from you, like it will be crushed out of you. And I'm like, jeez, like what a way to go. Like, good lord, like that's pretty metal. Pretty hardcore.
It's like a toothpaste, just roll it up.
Essentially, yes. Like, you mean it's pretty scary the way they describe it. I was like, good lord, man. It's not something that you want to play with. Let's put it that way.
I don't know. You might. Like, who knows? You
No,
don't know my
no, I'm
kinks.
pretty sure I don't want to.
You don't know my kinks, man.
Hey,
Like,
do you want to go into
toothpaste.
Do you want to go into the human juicer, pulp included? No, not really. I don't. No. But there's also some other parts that are interesting in there. Like, it's one of the things that lends credence to the idea that there are things that are living under the ground. What is it? There would be the
moment.
well, no. So that's the joking version, right? The human
Darth.
juice. Well, that's what it's described as. It's not literally called the human juice. They don't call it that because I can't say that. But it is colloquially no. It is described as the God, what is it called? The winemaker presses wine, so too will these people be drained. Like they'll be crushed. It's something along those lines. I can't remember what the exact wording is, but essentially it's a human juicer. Like the idea is that they will be destroyed and crushed, and like their blood will be like just completely shoved out of them. But there is a part, and I cannot remember where, and I can't remember the exact description, but it was essentially that locusts, like giant locusts, will rise from the ground, like deep from within the earth. And,
Sounds very revelation-y.
well, but why locusts, right? I mean,
Well, why locusts? Because you gotta remember though too, like you gotta place this in the Middle East, and so they have they have Middle Eastern flora and fauna. Like they're not gonna know about like timber wolves and shit like that.
well, yeah, but they don't describe the locusts as going after people. So what are they there for? And locusts traditionally are there to kill crop. So the question is it metaphorical or is it literal?
Well, hold on, maybe this is Revelations I'm getting confused with, but the locusts were also supposed to be as tall as horses.
Yeah, they're giant
And they were
locusts.
supposed to have they were supposed to be as tall as horses and have the heads of man, and they were supposed to go around screeching at people,
Oh, I didn't know that part. I missed that part.
if I remember right.
Yeah, no.
That might be Revelations. They were supposed to be going around like yelling at people about the sins.
Oh man, talk about a time that I don't want to be alive during. It's just like, yeah, the locusts come out of the bottomless pit. They'll have tails like scorpions. The locusts only torment people who take the mark of the beast. Well, I mean,
Yeah, because you're all supposed to be marked with the mark of the beast, which is supposed to eat. See, this is another thing too. The mark of the beast is one of those things that a lot of people get wrong. Is that they think it's 666. That is not the mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is supposed to equal 666.
I'm not sure. It's been a long time since I've read that stuff. It's always been one of those things that's like when you read it, you're like, wow, I'm horrendously uncomfortable reading this.
I like to listen to it as I fall asleep.
Oh, good. I'm glad you do. Anyway,
Listen. There's those Joshua Graham things where like it reads it to you, and those like
why does that name sound?
like
familiar?
from Fallout New Vegas. He's the
Oh,
religious guy.
gee, okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's like this YouTube channel out there that uses like the AI shit to make him read books to you, and like the religious texts. If you read those, it's very good.
Oh man,
Like Josh, the guy who does the voice work for Joshua Graham, 10 out of 10 on the religious stuff right there, because Ooh, he does a good job at that.
I'm not gonna lie. Of the things that I ever want to experience, I hope that I am long dead when those days happen. No, thank you. I'll pass. I will pass.
If I remember right, being dead doesn't save you from them either, though. Like, I think even when you're dead, like, it's like you get poured out of heaven to be rejudged again.
Well, no, because I mean, the way it works is that everybody will be judged, but the difference is that, like, no, I think no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be a part of that. Thank you, though. I appreciate the opportunity. I'd rather be gone.
This was nice. Where's the door? I'll see you all later.
Yeah, nope. Don't want to be there. Don't want to be there. I will go be Amish. I will go do anything else. I will go starve in the wilderness before I do that. No, thank you.
We shall remember the times of Sodom and Gomorrah, and the other rich men got fat on the price of incense and gypsum, and all those other, and the fine silks and the fine spices.
Yeah, you're making me dig into stuff that I have not read in a very, very long time. I've read other stuff recently, but not that. Yeah, no. Yeah, I think I need to actually read the Talmud, but I don't think I want to, because if I read the Talmud, it might make me very, very unhappy with certain people. I know enough about it to know that I'm like, if I actually read this, it's going to make me very much not like these people, like, in general. It's just, like, I'm pretty sure from what I know, and I've read snippets. And every time I've read the snippets, I'm like, I hate these people. Just like, it's dripping with, you deserve to be at my feet. Like, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much. It's like, you are less than an animal. Like, to me, you are less than an animal. And then, like, Jewish scholars will come back and go, that's not what it says. I'm like, it's right there. Unless you're telling me this is a poorly translated English version, which at least then I'm willing to at least entertain, but then you need to show me a good one and I'll read that one instead. Because the ones that I have read are like, oh, no. We should be able to rape your women. You are nothing more than cattle. Your marriages are nothing. Your property is ours by right. You deserve to be at our feet. You deserve to serve us. You know, we are essentially God. Like, good Lord.
Yeah, it reads very like a 14-year-old's edge note of just like he's been shit on like in high school all of his days, and he's just like, my God said I deserve to have it all. I'm gonna have all the bitches.
Well, I mean, if that was the case, then why did he kick you out of your own home that he promised you because you were such vile pieces of garbage? I hate to be a dick about it. I'm just asking the question. By your own history. I'm not saying I'm a good person either. I'm just asking if he said it was all yours for the taking, why'd he take it away from you?
Yeah. Well, like I mentioned before, I find this one idea very funny, of the fact that, so like there was like the one Jewish scholar that came along, and he was like very well known throughout the lands, and he basically was prophesized about like the line of Judea and stuff like that, and the fact, and like then he saw Jesus and he was like, this is our chosen one, this is our Messiah who is supposed to come save us. And I find it very funny, the idea that like the Jewish religion at the time was so utterly corrupt at that time that they killed their own Messiah for a handful of gold. Like the thing that was supposed to like lead them to the promised land.
God repeatedly has had to punish the Jews for going against him. Yeah, but the thing, see, here's the thing. Here's the thing,
yes,
though. Well, here's the thing. Here's the reality. Now we're gonna do theology tonight, boys and girls. Like, we're already there anyway. But let's do some theology tonight. Like, the point of that whole thing is that, like, you know, there's different parts of the Bible where, like, you know, there's I forget exactly where, but some of the Jews ask God, why us? And they all start talking about
these small hats.
Well, no, they all start talking amongst each other, saying, "Oh, it's because we're smarter. No, it's because we're faster, and it's because we're better. No, it's because we're bigger than everybody else." Like, and God essentially is sitting there rubbing his temples, going, "No." It's like, no, you're none of those things. I picked you because you're the fucking worst. You are the worst. I picked you because you're nothing special. You are nobody. You are the smallest nation. You aren't the smartest people on the earth. You're not even the best people on the earth. You are not even the most moral people on the earth. You're actually some of the worst, most stubborn, most awful people on this planet Earth. The whole point is that if you can be saved, anyone can. It's like you are literally the example of that. If there's hope for you, there's definitely hope for everybody else. Like, congratulations, that's your merit. It's like, I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a compliment or if I should be happy about that or really upset about that.
That doesn't breed a good religion, though. That's not exactly one that you can head off to the homies and be like, hey, man, you want to join my religion? We're just going to sit around and talk about how absolutely awful we are?
Well, but that's kind of but the thing of it this way is like, if the thing of it this way, though, there is actually a lot of hope in that statement. Like, hey, here are these terrible people. They're terrible. They're awful. But even they have an opportunity. Like, even they have a chance. Like, right? I mean, like, there's hope in that. Like, if those bad people can do it, well, then I can too. Like, there is a point in that message.
There is. I'm just trying to imagine, like, you going up to somebody and being like, hey, you want to join our religion? You're like, all right, what's your selling pitch? Like, we can get you into heaven. You're like, really? How do you know that you can get us into heaven? Because my God said I'm the shittiest person to have ever has existed, and I get to go to heaven. Well, so I know that you'll get to go to heaven if you follow this religion.
See, that's the funny part is that they didn't see it that way, even though God basically tells them that. Like, this is the funny part about it is that whenever you tell somebody that they're stupid and they look at you and go, well, I don't know about that. And it's like, no, you're pretty stupid. And they're just too dumb to get it. Like, that's them. Now, I'm not saying that all of them are dumb. They're not. They're actually quite intelligent. But the point is that for the stuff that mattered, like, that was the stuff they struggled with the most. But that's where everybody struggles, the stuff that matters, right? Mm-hmm. Like, we are no different than they are. Like, that's kind of the whole point, is that these people suffer from the exact same things that we do. There is no difference between us and them. None. Zero. And so that was kind of the point, is that he chose them because they weren't the biggest, they weren't the strongest, they weren't anything like that. And he tells them that, like, I want to say in a thunderous kind of like, okay, all right, you want to hear me talk and tell you? I'm going to talk and tell you. You know, and he's just like, I'm tired of hearing what you people think that you're so important. You're not. You're not important. That's it. Like, oh my God. And like, that crap just, it kind of cracks me up, because it's like, dude, I guarantee you, no matter which people God would have chosen at that point, they'd all would have done the same thing. Like, right? You know, it's like having a girlfriend and you're a teenager, you know, and she's like, why did you love me? You know, and she wants the good answer. Like, well, because you're this, because you're that. And it's like, well, maybe those are the things. I don't know. But like,
well, you're a piece of ass and I needed something to tap.
In some cases, like, the answer's not going to be that impressive. I hate to be that way about it, but it's like, it's not the same parallel, but like, you know, the answer isn't as like, you don't want to hear the answer, because the answer's not as dramatic or amazing or romantic as the one that you're looking for. It's just like, no, because I did, you know.
You needed a test dummy, all right?
Oh, jeez.
You were there.
You're the
and
test.
I figured like, if I'm gonna fuck up, I might as well fuck up on a small scale first.
God dang it. No. You were the best I could get.
Yeah. Basically.
You were the one that said yes. That's all it was. But no. Like, there's a lot of different layers in there that are found really funny, and it's like, oh, just got it.
I wanted to go for Brenda, but she said no.
Well, it's always
Haley had the fucking AIDS, so here we are, Jesse.
I remember people like saying, oh, the God of the Old Testament doesn't have a sense of humor, and I was like, I don't know, man. If you actually listen to what he says, sometimes it's pretty funny. Like, it's not funny if you're the brunt of it, but it's pretty funny if you're on the outside.
He has a very dickish sense of humor.
Well, the sense of humor is like, you know, okay, so, you know, hey, everybody gets one slice of cake. Okay, cool. And then like, they go, hey, well, I want 2 slices of cake. And he's just like, okay, what did I tell you 5 minutes ago? And he's like, well, I want 2 slices of cake. Yeah, I know, but what did I tell you 2 minutes ago? Yeah, but I want 2 slices of cake. I can sit here and do this all day. Except for when I get frustrated, bad things will happen. Do you want to keep going? Well, yeah, but I want 2 pieces of cake. Okay, now you don't get sunlight for 2 days. It's like, do you still want 2 pieces of cake? Well, now I want 3 pieces of cake because now I feel sad because there's no sunlight. Cool, we can do 4. We can do 4 days of no sunlight. No problem. Keep it up. It's like that. Or like there's moments in the Bible again.
An adult beating their child.
Yeah,
Like, go back to your room.
I will keep going until you learn this fucking lesson. Or what was it? There's the story of Achan, if I'm not mistaken, the story of Achan, where he steals gold after they plunder a city, and God literally says, "Don't touch it. This is the forbidden treasure. Don't touch it. It is tainted. Don't touch it. Don't even burn it. Just leave it. It's not yours to take." So what does this dumbass do? He walks up, he takes it, he pockets it, goes around whistling like he didn't do nothing wrong. Everybody gets back to camp. Keep it up and I'll turn the river your fish supply to blood. Exactly. It's like, keep it up. Keep it up. I can do this all day. You're not going to like it. And so what does God do? God goes, I gave you one rule. Don't touch the money. Don't touch the gold. You don't need it. You don't need it. And what does this jackass do? He goes and he gets the gold. And he's like, okay, all right. I'm just going to throw this out. Like, and again, if you're talking about a tribe of over 1 million people, like, of course somebody's going to do it. Like, this is the thing that I want to make sure everybody understands. They say like all 4 of us or 2 of us. Like, everybody's going to, one person is, of course, one person's going to do it because they think they can get away with it, right? Yeah, he said that, but they're like, yeah, did he really mean it? What if it's just a little bit of gold? It's just a little bit. No, God calls him out in front of the entire tribe. He's like, he calls all the leaders together and goes, you done goofed. And not only did you done goofed together. And people are like, I didn't take anything. Did you take anything? And they start panicking, going like, what did you take? I didn't take nothing. What did you take? And then finally, like, after going through the entire tribe of everybody going, I didn't take anything, I didn't do nothing, people are panicking, going like, there's no way we did anything. Finally, they get to Achan, and Achan's like, I didn't do nothing. And then God, like, taps somebody on the shoulder and goes, no, he did. You want to check that guy's tent. And they're like, Achan, what did you do? And he's like, I didn't do nothing. And then God just, like, I think he either strikes him down or he, like, what does he do? I know he strikes him dead, but I think he does something beforehand, which is essentially like, hey, you did wrong. You need to repent before you die. That's what you need to do because you don't want to not repent before you die.
Like, I gave you a chance. I gave you an order. I gave you a chance to rectify the order, to come clean. You still refused. I'll give you one more chance.
Yeah, basically the chance is like the punishment's coming. Like, it doesn't matter. The punishment's coming. Mm-hmm. You have a choice to either, like, do you really not want to repent before you die, or do you want to die without repenting? Just which one do you want? And I want to say that I can't remember what he does. I think that he doesn't do anything, which not great, but it's stuff like that. I'm like, okay, look, that's kind of funny. Like, if you really want to look into it, that's funny. It's dark, but it's funny because he knows the entire time. Like, that's kind of the point. Now, yeah, it's not like that he sees you when you're sleeping, you better not do anything wrong. This is kind of one of those things that I always find so funny, is that it's like, there's a lot of humor in the Bible if you look for it right. It's like there are things that are funny. It's just you have to realize that you're laughing at yourself too. Because I guarantee you, in a group of 100 people, one person's going to take the gold. I mean, just one person's going to do it. They are. It doesn't matter. Like, people are people, and they're never going to change. I mean, you had a people that literally, like, if you believe this stuff, you had a group of people that literally had a direct phone line to the Almighty, and they couldn't frickin' do it. So what makes you think you're going to do it? The answer is, you ain't. Which is the point. This is why I think it's funny. That's funny. It's like, I'm gonna be good and go to heaven. It's like, you do that. You try your best and you let me know how it works. You do what Ben Franklin did. Write it down on a piece of paper and then tell me how far you get.
Yeah, like isn't that like the point of like a number of TV shows too, though, nowadays? Is it's just like, yeah, you can try all you want to, but no one's actually ever gotten to heaven. Because
Because of,
eventually you fuck up.
well, I mean, that's the whole point. Like that's like literally the point of the Bible is the fact that you can't. Like that is the whole point of, I mean, just the mythology
Like
of Genesis. Like the mythology
you
of
can
Genesis
never reach heaven. You
Well-
can try, but you always gonna fuck up.
Well, the irony is the fact that we didn't have to, right? So at the beginning, if you look at if you do the Genesis mythology, we were going to be blissfully ignorant of that stuff. Like we knew it existed, but we never would have worried about it. Like we would have been like an in between something spiritual and something physical, right? Because the pure physical is completely separate from the spiritual, and the purely spiritual is completely separate from the physical. Humanity, if you want to look at it from the mythological spectrum, is the perfect medium for both, right? So we were like almost 100% both. If you want to look at the Genesis mythology, you want to read into it and kind of think about what it's actually saying. It is mankind is that not bridge, because that's not the truth. It's we were created to be both, but in sync and in tune with both. We would never have worried about heaven because everything was perfect on earth. Even they fell. Like that's kind of the part that makes it interesting, is that we never chose that. Even in the beginning, we never had to worry about it. So that's the only option. You didn't have an option to go there to begin with. You were just never supposed to die, according to the Genesis model. So that's always an interesting little concept there too. And people say that heaven was always heaven was always that. No, it wasn't. Because humanity
was supposed to be the heaven.
Well, I mean, in a way, yeah. I mean, that was supposed to be paradise, and even people living in paradise screwed it up. They had everything they wanted, but because an animal walked in, and this is also the thing, is the fact that an animal could speak to them. That's probably why God makes a new heaven and a new earth. He actually, no, see, if I'm not mistaken, and I need to go back and double check on this, a new heaven and a new earth does not mean a new physical heaven and a new physical earth. I believe what it means is the reformation of the current one. But I could be wrong, so don't quote me. I'm not a scholar on those things. I find history and I find mythology and I find many things like that very, very interesting. And as someone who was raised in that environment, I do still find it very interesting. It definitely does play a very large role in my life too. So it is still there. But
I am an uninformed idiot, and I take everything anyone ever tells me at face value. And I believe it wholeheartedly.
You should do that. You should definitely do that.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
I take my news from
CNN.
CNN. Yes. I believe it thoroughly, 100%.
So Mr. Guns and Knives, I'd have to actually double check. I it's been so long since I've read that. Oh, jeez. I'd have to double
Is it
check.
supposed to be destroyed by fire again? I thought it was supposed to be... I know it was destroyed by water, but I thought it was destroyed originally by fire. And then it was supposed to be destroyed by water. And then it's supposed to be destroyed by something else again.
Well, so here's the thing. There is a gap in human history that we don't know about.
Oh, God. Then you relate to all of a sudden to the fucking Mayans and their cycles. No.
Well, no. So there is a gap in human history that we don't know anything about. So the more we learn about our history, the more people kind of get uncomfortable with where it goes, right? Because the more stuff we uncover, the longer humanity has been here. And some people think that, like, there's different versions of humanity that existed. You've got different blood types that don't match other different blood types. What was it? There's is it O positive and O negative blood types, which are very, very strange because they are like A, B, like all those, they could all intermingle in a way, if I'm not mistaken. They all have a natural function. It's the O positive and the O negatives, I think, is what they are. Like, this is one thing that's like, the longer you get into history and the more you look into this, the more that doesn't make sense. Like, those bloodlines don't make sense. They don't have a genesis anywhere in really, really, really old cultures. Like, and the older we find them, we don't find that blood type. Now, you say, how do we get blood type? Well, there's bones. Like, we can still pull that data out of them. So where do the O negatives and the O positives come from? Like, I think those are the two bloodlines. Like, let's say bloodlines, the two blood types. And then you've got bloodlines as well. And so there's that as well, which is another thing that you see in, like, the biblical texts, is that bloodlines matter, but not in the same way they do in a lot of other religions. Bloodlines determine, like, kind of your status, whereas bloodlines are almost like a curse in some cases. Though
Yes.
I can't quote much right now. But the further back you go, the longer it shows we've been on this earth, and the more history we realize that we're missing. And so, if you want to look at it from the standpoint of, if you want to take it from a biblical perspective, the earth's been destroyed at least once. At least once. The one that we're told about is the flood. It never anywhere says that's the only one. It just says the flood. And if you want to read into it further, there are 3 different falls of grace. And from let's see, the first one is Lucifer, which is why he's cast out of heaven and thrown to earth. You have multiple different mythologies that coincide with a story very similar to this. The biggest one that I discovered about a year and a half ago is Aurelian. Is it Aurelian? No, I'm sorry. It's Mithraism. Mithras, the god of Mithras. He originally was the second in command to the god of light, and he is eventually cast out of heaven and thrown to earth. And slowly but surely, over time, his story becomes less that he's the second in command and the most beautiful angel that the god of light had, to he is God, which coincides directly with what, like, it's very, very, very close to what the biblical account of Lucifer is, to the point where that was the goal of Lucifer, according to the Bible, is that he was jealous that he was not God, which is a very weird thing. It's a very strange thing. Like, how would that story pass from groups thousands of miles away from each other and they would never know each other? Like, that is an insane story to have across multiple cultures. Then you got the flood story that exists across multiple cultures. You know, like, that doesn't make sense either, unless of course it happened.
I mean, not really. Like, you also got to remember, for example, the Mayans also have their ideas of the cycles. They believe that, you know, there's already been 4 beginnings and 4 endings, or 3, I think. 3 beginnings, 3 endings. The 4th one is yet to come, and that's when humanity's supposed to die off, and then the new creation's supposed to arrive, which is supposed to be a more perfect version of humanity.
So, but the thing is that, like, if you are looking at it from the standpoint of that every single nation and every single culture were separated from each other, then yes, this doesn't make sense. If you adopt the idea that every single culture and every single nation used to be at least in communication and in contact with each other at the beginning of time, well, then all of a sudden it doesn't seem so crazy. Which, the further back you go, the more evidence we have that points to that. That at one point there was a monoculture, there was a mono nation, and then you have, like, the city of Atlantis story, the
Samaria.
No, pre-Samaria. Like, you're talking ancient.
Yes, Conan.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like, you're talking
Conan.
before, like, all written record of these people is either still buried or long forgotten, or just destroyed outright. And then you have, like, cities that are underground in, like, Turkey that predate when people should have been able to do that, and yet they have, you know, exquisite hand-carved etchings in, like, a cave in the middle of Turkey. It's like, whenever everybody was supposed to be hunter-gatherers and nomads, these people built an underground city that housed 50,000 people for 6 months. Why would you need to make an underground city that would house 50,000 people for 6 months? That includes livestock. So this is a place to hunker down. This is a nuclear bunker. Why would you make that? How could you make that whenever everybody's around you is supposed to be a hunter-gatherer? And if you date it that far back, how does that jive with what we know as history today? Like, this is the part that when you start asking questions and looking at certain historical points, that things don't line up. Like, Egyptian history doesn't line up with its own history. It doesn't make sense. Like,
There are a lot of things that are kind of weird too. Not just in that sense, but even within like human evolution, like for example, the reason why Uncanny Valley exists. This is a bit of a side tangent, but I gotta look this up too. Like the idea of like how something can look human to us, but also be wildly off. That like it's very weird. It's a like we have to view it as like a threat to us. That it looks human, but not human enough.
Well, I mean, there's
Oh.
so then you have okay, okay, if I'm not mistaken, I need to remember what this is it the good lord? I cannot remember exactly where it comes from, but you have these like human hybrids that are essentially like most denominations of Christianity kind of gloss over it. But it's essentially humanoid creatures that are human looking, but they are not human, right? I forget all the details, but like let's see, I'm reaching in the back of my mind here, my cold riddled brain, where you'd see people that don't have no, where you see people that have inhuman features, but they are human, right? There's something off. It's almost like this. It's when you look somebody in the face and you realize that there's something not there, or there's something there that doesn't seem right. And so, like if somebody's got that crazed look in their eye, right? Like this is kind of the eyes are the windows to the soul. You can tell if somebody's happy by looking them in the eye. Ironically, the eyes are not the thing that we don't think of the eyes as the thing that projects personality, but it is. The easiest way you can tell somebody if somebody's lying to you is by looking them in the eye, which is why people do that.
Yes.
If you're smiling, you smile with your eyes. You don't smile with your mouth. If
Bit of a side tangent right there. It's funny enough. I believe it. What is it? Over a quarter of a budget for anime is dedicated just to animating the character's eyes because of how important the eyes are to conveying emotion.
Absolutely, it is the single most important facet. Like if your eyes are not smiling, neither are you.
Yes.
It's why like whenever you try to make a kid smile or whatever during like a picture, and like they have this, doesn't matter how big the grin is, but the eyes are what gives it away. And so it's funny, but but here's the thing, that piece of information right there, if you just take that and just apply it to certain like stories in the Bible, they take on like they keep their meaning, but it amplifies the meaning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the eye is the window to the soul. That it tells you what the person is. It tells you a lot about people. Now, is it like, oh, that's the secret? No, it's not the secret. It's just a good piece of information to know. And it's just something that we all take for granted, yet we don't really think about it. It's almost like it's a built-in fight or flight response. If somebody has something that's not right with them, we immediately want to avoid them. And their actions may not be the one that does it, but it's the eyes that'll definitely do it. Like they may be acting erratically, but if their eyes don't tell you that they're a threat, then they're not. Who cares? Even if they are.
I remember there was one time I explained to. Well, I was one dude who's like a stoner friend. He doesn't really pay that much into history, but he gets like into it like in weird ways. It's like he likes to draw like really weird, like illogical conclusions to stuff. I remember one time I freaked him out about the idea of like just the uncanny valley about the fact that like normally when we have like fears of stuff, like there's a rational fear for it, like why are you afraid of spiders? Well, you're afraid of spiders because they're poisonous. Why are we afraid of water? Because water could be hiding something dangerous. Why are we afraid of the dark? We're not afraid of the dark. We're afraid of something that could be hiding within the dark. So why are we afraid of things that look like human but are slightly off? And I proposed the idea to him of like, it was because at one point in time there was something that looked like humans that hunted us. And so we had to evolve the instinct to look at things that look just slightly like us that were not actually us. We didn't know the difference.
Well, I mean, like,
I remember he was really fucking high at the time, and he was like, "Austin, knock that shit off. Please don't make me think about that."
Again, like depending upon like how you want to look at it, you might not. From a historical perspective, you might not be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like there might be something like that. You never know. Like was it the Neanderthal DNA and human DNA don't match up? Like there's something very different about humans and Neanderthals, which leads to the question of, well, what does that mean?
So yeah, that could literally just be like, why do we have the uncanny valley? It could be just because Neanderthals existed and they look kind of like us, but not quite like us.
Well,
so
the thing is that most people have Neanderthal DNA, but the human genome and Neanderthal DNA don't line up. Like they don't match. So the question is, okay, so we are two competing species, I'll say competing. We are two different species that have a crossover at some point. So whatever we were before the mixing and whatever they were before the mixing were separate. And afterwards, they were compatible enough to mate.
God, it's like the angels and the humans in Evangelion.
Yes, which is kind of the point. It's like, okay, so which is it? I mean, like that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of the weird history and myth that mix together in a very uncomfortable way. Because yes, like
oh, absolutely.
There's a ton of stuff that if you look at it, you're like, okay, there's historical fact to back up some of the stuff that people go, this is nonsense. I'm like, look, you've got 4 different cultures that have the same story, and you've got enough historical fact here to say this is worth looking into. And I'm just saying this right now. If you just discount this because it sounds insane, you're an idiot. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like I remember there's very recent scientific data to back up the idea that at a point in time, like there was millions of humans out there, or I don't know, millions, like hundreds of thousands of humans. But at some point there was a disease that came by and wiped us down to like only about 1,000 humans left on the planet.
You've got a couple different moments where that stuff happened, but but at the same time, like this is just to circle it back, and we'll end it here because I gotta go to bed. Like we don't really know what happened, like at the beginning. So like, this is why Genesis is written as it's almost written like it's a poetic myth. It doesn't give us details like the rest of like the Bible does. Most other founding myths, they involve a flood. That's where time begins. Like in the islands, the first one I think of is the islands of Japan. Japan's story begins with a flood, right?
Yes.
If I'm not mistaken, is it a goddess? No, a god or a goddess, I can't remember which, dipped their sword in the water, and as the droplets hit the water, those droplets formed the islands of Japan.
Yes, and as spoken in what the fuck is that? The Last Samurai movie. Yes, the beginning.
But the
Norse. The Norse also have the story of the one guy's head who was chopped off, and once his head fell onto the earth used to just be a giant bowl of water.
Yep.
And it wasn't until the head fell in there that it created land.
But this kind of the thing though is that the presupposition is flood. It's water everywhere. Yeah. And so I know I think there's some other cultures that have a prehistory for that, but I think they're I can't remember any of them. But like the biblical one starts before then. Like it gives us a long lineup of things before we even hit that. And so the question is, okay, well, there is downtime between the end of Genesis and that flood. It's like there's a lot of time between these two things, and they even you got some people that live 1,000 years on average. These are a long time to live, and that was normal according to that. You got people that live over 1,000 years old in the Old Testament, and then the flood hits, and that stops. That stops hard. Then all of a sudden you start seeing a mighty drop off in lifespans, and the question is why. But more importantly, if you look at the biblical side of it, you have multiple different falls, but they only talk about one. But if you want to look at it more deeply, Adam lived to 800, 900 something years old. Yeah, exactly. See, but you've got mentions of other beings that interact with humanity, but they do it in passing. Like it's always like very, very nonchalantly picked up. What is it? There's a couple passages, but each of them there's like 3 or 4 different kinds of falls. If you want to look at it from that perspective, you've got the one in heaven, the revolt in heaven. You've got the Watchers that are supposed to defend the earth, and you've got humanity itself, and then you've got one other group. And I think it's 3 or it's 4. I can't remember which, but there's always an interesting thing that people kind of brush over. Because you've got, it's not just one set of people or one group that does this. You have, actually, I'm sorry, here it is. You've got the fall of Lucifer. Then you have the Civil War, if you want to look at it that way, or the revolt. So you've got 2 different instances. So you've got 2 sets of angels that revolt. Then you have the Watchers. Then you have humanity. which is interesting. I find that very interesting because
gory.
So you have Lucifer and his group, then you have the next group, then you have the Watchers, then you have humanity. I think that's what it is. I think it's 4. I'd have to go back and do some more research. But the thing is, like, it's all talked about very nonchalantly and just brushed over, and they just go, oh, look, humanity fell after Lucifer fell. Boom, that's it. Next thing. And I was like, I don't know, man. There's a lot more baked into this cake here than we're really talking about. Like, there's a lot of implications here that are pretty massive. Like, you're talking about a lot of different things that had to be moving in this. Like the beings that were supposed to watch over us, essentially. Like, that's their job. They also turned on us. It's like you have a section where you have the people that the humanoid creatures that were between us and heaven. They turned on us, turned on humanity at some point. Like that's a thing that happens in the Bible. The Book of Enoch is supposed to be all about the pre-flood world. See, there you go. But yeah, like there's lots of little stories like that I find very fascinating, because it's like, oh, like there's also stories about this, like, in other cultures. Like, we can't just discount it whenever, like, multiple major cultures have the exact same story. We can't just ignore it. If it's just one culture, you can probably get away with it. But, like, you can't do it whenever it's the dominant culture of the era. And it spreads to even the minor cultures. Like, you just can't get rid of it. Something happened. Something happened at some point. Although we don't know what. Or we may not know the details. Who knows? Maybe we'll never know the details. Maybe it's better that way. You never know. Either way it goes. As fascinating as this conversation is, I'm going to pass out. Because I always find I never get to have these conversations anymore. I never get to have. Nobody wants to hear me rattle on for like 3 hours as I go, like, I'm not a madman, I promise.
This is what women are for. First, you take them in and you lock them in your basement, and then you, like, hold them down. Like, you're gonna listen to me.
You're gonna listen to my 13-hour lecture about things.
You're going to pour over obscure historical mythology.
Oh man. But I do find it funny because, like, let's continue the next stream. Oh, I don't mind it. I will say this. The way I would kind of say it is this. Our modern culture is very unique. There is no culture on the face of the earth that has ever abandoned, I guess, a faith. Like, the belief that science or that machinery can replace God, that is a brand new thing. It is less than, like, 300 years old. Actually, it's even younger than that. It's less than 150 years old.
It's less even than that, I think.
I'm trying to be as liberal as I possibly can with that. It is brand new.
Like, even in the 1900s, it was still like God before everything else, you know.
Well, but that's what keeps a society moral. And if you notice, like, and you know what you do? Like, we should discuss next time, like, the relationship between Christianity and the United States. I'm going to make some people really uncomfortable. It's like, I'm going to make Fokker very, very, very uncomfortable.
Moralism in religion. There you go.
No, it's not moralism. It's way more deep than that. Like, I'm gonna make some people pissed off. I'm gonna piss off a lot of people. I might even lose some friends over this. Because I've got some atheist friends that when I try to tell them this stuff, they get really mad because I'm like, yeah, this means that you're not supposed to be here. It's like, yes, you are not welcome here by, like, the founding standards. It's like, you're not supposed to be here, and you would be exiled and probably stoned to death. You would be treated like a pariah. You are correct. And it's not because of the way you live, it's because of what you believe. Anyway.
Yeah, the history times were different back then.
They were, but I mean, we could discuss how they were right and how they were wrong, but we'll find out. Anyway, have a good night, everybody.
Adios, everyone.